everybody. What is up? And welcome to Wednesday night's live intuitive oracle with Gemma Jade and Ghostdragonzw and all of you fine folks. I hope that you're having an amazing week. I just have a couple of little updates I want to get in and out of the way. So last week we had major issues with my Wi-Fi and it kept happening. So I called the cable company. The guy came out. He said the guy who originally hooked up my cable and Wi-Fi kind of jimmy rigged it and it's all screwed up, but nobody can come out until this Friday. So let's hope and pray that we have a nice, steady, stable, long show this week. All right. We don't have to end because of Wi-Fi issues because I will be PO'd. Next week, Live Intuitive Oracle will be on Thursday, not Wednesday, because we're celebrating Ghostdragonzw's birthday, and we're going to do the Oracle reading on the day of his birthday so that his family, us, his community can be with him for his birthday. We just got a new kitten, which is why we're a little late starting. The kitten, literally, my friend just brought it here before I had to start, and I feel bad. It's only 2 months old. It's all black. His name is Ralph, so I'll be showing him to you guys probably next week. I've got a new deck, the Sacred Hag Oracle, which I've been wanting for like 6-7 months. It finally went down from $50 to $27, but it's taking a long time to get here. Should be here by next week. And one more thing, I meet with the guy and lady that are helping me design my website tomorrow, and I'm hoping that that's the last meeting. Arlene Freiberg donated the $3,000 or gifted it to me actually to get that done like 3 weeks ago, but it's taking a little bit of time. Guys, if you want to order, I want to show you all something and then I'll say my hellos. But I just want to show you guys, do you see my altar there? All those crystals and all those beautiful, pretty things? Any one of those things can end up in one of the boxes you order. I'm still doing the sprays, and I've got crystal oil rollers now with the mini crystals, and I make the pure essential oil roll-on perfumes custom to you with crystal chips. And the website should be up soon. So with all of that being said, and without further ado, Miss Lotus Girl, don't worry, we'll take care of you first. You're first on the list. Blue Crossroads has an announcement. For those of you who may have been a loyal listener to the Paranormal Road podcast, David Henley, the creator and host, has passed away. Blue Crossroads, I'm so sorry to hear that. I was not familiar with that podcast, but anytime we lose a friend to the community or a friend in life, it's really hard. So I am really sorry for your loss. I'm sure he will be missed in the community as well as in life. Mermaid, I love you too, wifey girl. Ghost Dragons, imagine seeing you here. Chris Jarvis. Let's bring the man of the hour in while I say my hellos. There he is. Wait, I gotta
say my hellos too.
There you go. Just don't want to miss anybody. The Bat Mom, what's up, girl? Shauna, hello to you. Heather Nikki, hi. Oh, something just happened. Grey Wolf, hey babe. So nice to see you. Larry A, what's up? Christina Bell, just watching and listening. Thank you for letting us know. Miss Cisco, how are you doing, sweet love? Mike Roberts, hey bear. Smoochie, smoochie. What's up, sexy mama? Vixen Doe. The Vixen. Blue Crossroads, I'm so sorry. I really am. It's so sad. It really is. It's.
I knew who they were.
I don't, but
the podcast. So
when it's a loss to the community, it affects all of us. Do you know what I mean? And I trust Blue Crossroads' judgment. So if he was a loyal listener, then it was good.
I listened. I knew the podcast. Yeah, so.
Guys, do you want to just get started? We'll start off with Miss Lotus Girl.
Yes.
Unless Steven, do you have anything to add?
Not really. My blessings go out to the family.
Yes, of course. Condolences, blessing. Yeah. All right, Lotus, let's start off with Energy and Spirit Oracle. I've got fewer decks than normal because I want to not have a mess and also kind of break this stuff down into like the newer decks and the decks that are easier to read. But what I'm going to do is start pulling out like the older ones, like go through them. That's the man who had the hat, man. I never got to reach out to him. I never reached out to him. What I did was I accidentally, like I did with the most of the listener encounters, I archived it and couldn't get back into the archive. I am doing listener encounter 16. I've got a really good one, a long one of a possible faked death and poisoning. Not our usual listener encounter fare, but it is pretty interesting because the woman, my friend asked me if I thought this woman from his family, who he was estranged from, is actually dead or if she faked her own death. I put out my feelers and I did not feel her, like as a spirit. But I've got to burn some herbs, get into that meditative state and find out and try to connect with her. But it could very well be a faked death. Okay, Lotus Girl. In the energy and spirit, you got card number 32, and it's the card of kinship, community, and your group. This card shows a small group of people sitting around a campfire experiencing a fun evening together. There's a warm and intimate energy with shared feelings of genuine closeness. This type of group connection is an important energetic element in your life. When you join with the right people, you can fulfill lifetimes of karmic purpose and lessons with great benefits for you and the others involved. This vortex of supportive energy is very valuable, for it can lift your mood when you're down and inspire you to further achievement when you're already flying high. So join forces with others of like mind, whether those people are friends, co-workers, team members, or other spiritual seekers. Prioritize each other's goals and support one another on your personal paths. Your union with these people could lay the foundation for genuine self-expression, happy experiences, and pure fun and joy. Lotus, I think it's very interesting that you got this card. And I would probably say that to most people in here, because what we do here on Wednesday nights, even if this is the only time we talk, this is kinship, this is friendship, this is family, community, right? I feel like this card, I know you have the big C now, so you can't do this, but I feel like this card is telling you to spend some time with friends and family. If you can't physically do it, maybe connect with someone who you haven't spoken to in a while, Lotus, but who's been on your mind. I feel like there's someone from this community here, could be me, could be Steven, could be any one of us that are in here at any given time. Perfect Imperfection, what's up, girl? That has a solution to a big problem in your life. I see that it's someone you're willing to open up to. Now, you and I have discussed it plenty of times. I've tried to do things. It's just really hard from far away to cast a charm like the one I was trying to do. And I'm rusty. But I feel like there could be real solutions in this group if you would just reach out. And I hope you feel better. Speedy recovery to you and your husband. I knew that's what it was going to end up being, but I was praying that it wasn't. Yes, fellowship. Perfect. I should have known that word. Who's next?
Blue Crossroads and Shauna.
All right, Miss Shauna. Oh, guys, don't forget, I'm going to see if before we stop for the night, I can put the link in. Vote for me. I had to go under my real name, Cindy K, for the Face of Horror. I'm currently number 2. There's 9 or 8 more days of voting. The link has been posted on my Facebook page at least 100 times. If you're not on my Facebook page, I'm going to try to post it in here before the night's through. Now, it says you have to pay $1 for each vote, which goes to a very good cause. But if you look underneath that, there is a way you can vote twice a day from Facebook for free, or just the once a day from that site if you don't want to pay $1 for the
right, the vote. You pay for a ticket.
Reading and trying to talk.
Yeah.
Perfect Imperfection. Why don't you email me your first name and your birth date, like the year? And on Sunday, I will do a reading for you for your birthday. I usually pick 3 people a month, and I just randomly send them readings. And I only did it for one person this month so far. So you can be number 2. Go on in there. Email me at GemmaJadeParanormal@gmail.com. Mike Roberts, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. I was trying to get to it.
Thank you so much. That is how you vote, guys. I really appreciate it. I could win $13,000, a photo shoot with Kane Hodder, who played Jason Voorhees in almost all of the movies, for Rue Morgue magazine, 2 overnights in Buffalo Bill's house from Silence of the Lambs, and a walk-on role in an indie horror film. You're so welcome. Yeah, guys, if it's your birthday and you want a reading and I have the time, please ask me. You guys know if I'm not like terribly busy, I'll always do it for you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone who's already voted. I do appreciate it. I can't vote for myself, so I tried to put a $10 bill in there and like vote. My mom and Damien voted 40 times. Not yet, but they're going to. So that might bump me up to number 1. Okay, Shauna, you got the mirror. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are, but you did get it in the reverse. So let's see what that means. It is card number 21 in the Oracle of the Mermaids. Know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. Water is a great mirror, and the darker it is, the clearer the reflections of the worlds around it will be. And so it is with life. The clear mirror we can look into will show us who we appear to be, but the dark mirror, metaphorically, is when life or the sea or our feelings become darker, more complex, sad, thoughtful, deep, and at times very painful. But it is at these times when we can see who we truly are. For under duress, our true character can be observed. And sometimes we do not always like the truth of what we see in this dark mirror. But a magical one... Oh, no, wait. But the mermaid can help us with this as she holds up a mirror, but a magical one that not only shows us our appearance, it shows all of ourselves, our sweetness, our hurts, and our scars. In it, we may see what is hidden to the eye and the body, but known to the eyes of the soul. In dreams, these mirrors may appear, and in emotional times when we realize that we are still hurting or have wounds we have sought to cover up. There is no need to cover up or camouflage in this beautiful mirror, nor is it right to judge the scars and woundings or the beauty and the glory. They simply are what they are, and by seeing clearly, especially in the dark mirror of the great Mother Ocean, we can see who we really are. While we swim in clear waters, we can see the light and the positive, but when we swim in dark waters, we can truthfully see so much of who we are and make changes, adaptations, or come to accept the truth of who we are without seeking to adjust. We come to self-love, self-knowledge, and self-healing. That was the upright version, and I didn't realize it because it didn't say upright. So let's look at the reversal and the divination. The reversal means refusing to see the truth of who we are, refusing even to look deeper within and question many of our assumptions, being bewildered at people's feedback about who they see us as, looking into a mirror and seeing only the carefully prepared for public self, not the entire self, refusing to address our patterns and our hurts and therefore giving them power, having a self-image that is never examined or deeply understood, projecting a carefully crafted image and believing that it is, in fact, who you truly are, far too much belief in the appearance rather than the entirety of yourself and soul. A lack of personal empathy with your own wounds and seeing them as something to avoid, deny, or even not acknowledge. Afraid to look in the mirror because of negative beliefs about who you are and because you are afraid to see what you truly look like. It is time to gently yet firmly see the truth about who you are and to understand that who you are is not ugly or lacking, but a truthful, beautiful, wonder-laden voyage into the soul. It is time to be shown what the eye cannot always see, but what the spirit has always sensed. This may come through observations, loving words from friends who are truly able to see you, from a stranger who notices something that too many overlook, or it can come in a moment when you glimpse who you have become. Dreams, visions, and flashes of intuition are also the mirrors that work with us at this time. Mirrors and who you appear to be will be coming up for you. Be sure to embrace the mirror and the Magical Mermaids tool as an ally, and wonders and healing will unfold. That was a really long message, but it made a lot of sense. Taiwaz, anyone else who came in, what is up? So nice to see you guys. I'm working on, before I give Shauna, and I don't want to forget, I'm working on some sort of contest where I give away one of the smaller spiritual helper box, a larger one, give away books, give away readings. We're just trying to think of a way to make that work. So there's going to be some awesome stuff being given away in the hopes that when I send this stuff out, you guys will show it to people, tell people about it, and bring me in some more business. And also because I want to do something for you guys. Like, I've sent out so many free boxes. Like, it's not like it's, I send out at least 5 already because I just want to get, I want to give back to you all. All right, Miss Shauna, I feel like there's something that you're going through that is making you feel less than. I don't feel like this is a person that's like verbally abusing you or abusing you in some way where they're putting you down and making you feel this way. I feel like it's something that you're observing in yourself that you feel is some kind of major flaw or major weakness. What this card is saying is that if you can look at this from the right perspective, you'll actually see that whatever this is your biggest strength right now. Whatever this is that you're seeing about yourself as flawed is actually what is going to take you to your highest lengths and levels of achievement and gain and even soul purpose. Whatever this is, you contracted yourself for it, believe it or not, because I feel like it's something, it could be your health issues. You know, personally, you know what it is that makes you feel maybe not good enough or unworthy or terrified and scared about living your life. Whatever it is, the universe wants you to try to turn your look around. Start asking friends and family what they think your best quality is. You know, make yourself feel better and believe what they tell you. You are a beautiful, precious, glowing light. You and Blue Crossroads are always one of the first people to reach out when I'm, you know, having a bad time or not feeling well, and you can see it on Facebook. Even though I never call back because I hate talking on the phone, you guys still reach out and you still put yourself out there. You've invited me to come visit you and do tourist stuff where I don't have to be Gemma or worry about work, and I cannot wait to do that. You're an amazing, beautiful soul, and I want you to always know that. So if you need that extra boost, that extra pick me up, pray, meditate, talk to spirit, yell, curse, scream, get angry, and then ask people, what do they see when they look at you? I guarantee you, you're going to be amazed at how others see you.
That was very nice of her.
Oh, well, that's not the only reason I'm sending them. I'm sending them as a thank you, but I hope, like, when I sent out some free manifestation sprays, everyone went on social media and said how great they were, what they liked about them. They privately messaged me what could be improved. And, you know, it helps me get business out there. And it's a way that I can
reviews are important.
Yeah, and it's a way that I can say thank you. Guys, remember, the donations I get for this stream is what I make every month until this business comes up, you know? Xander's mom was asking about what you had. Yeah. Oh, perfect imperfection. Thank you so much. I love what you do, and I love it here. I feel like I belong somewhere, and in almost 40 years, I've never felt that before. Thank you. You're all beautiful. Well, thank you. And in almost 40 years, I've also never felt as connected as I do when I'm in this room. And I say it all week long to Ghostdragonzw. I'm like, I can't wait for Wednesday. I can't wait for Wednesday. So thank you very much for the donation. Super chats, PayPal, Cash App, guys. Let's move it right along. Taiwaz, it's so nice to see you. I missed you.
Okay. Chris didn't answer, so I don't know if you backed out. So, married.
Oh, I got to do Blue Crossroads.
Oh, that's right.
Dang it. I just had something I really needed to say. What were we talking about?
I don't know. Shauna?
No.
Before I rudely interrupted you.
No,
your gift boxes and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember.
It's all right.
Oh, Bat Mom, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys just as much. That's why full moon. Yeah, and Mercury goes retrograde in a couple days. 2 more days. Tomorrow is my oldest son, Kyle's girlfriend's birthday. She's 23, to be young and fun again, right? And she was talking about, she has all the same interests as I do. She reads tarot. She loves crystals. She was talking about, I felt bad because I gave her an oil roller of sodalite. And I gave her the meaning, but on the oil roller, it said lapis lazuli. I had switched the labels because they look very similar if you don't know what to look for. And I switched the labels. Lapis lazuli has a tiny little bit of brown in it, or like greenish brown. So when I gave it to her, she was so excited. She's like, oh my God, I've been thinking about getting some lapis lazuli. And I was like, oh man, I gave her sodalite. So I went out and brought her genuine lapis lazuli stud earrings, little circles. I brought her a lapis necklace, kind of like this one. And I brought her a little jewelry box, a little tiny antique jewelry box. And I got her a card that says 1 day you're young and 1 minute you're young and fun, and the next you're turning down the radio so you could see where you're going in your car or something like that. Cowie, what's up? Oh, that's what I was going to say. Vixen Joe, and it had nothing to do with anything we were talking about. Vixen Joe, you sent me your encounter with the Skinwalker or Witch or something a really long time ago. I'm doing Listener Encounter 16 either this Sunday or next Sunday, and I do still have it. So, all right, let me stop talking so much. Diogenes, Sci-Fi Master, what is up? And let me just get... blow through
Diagnosis.
these readings. All right, Blue Crossroads, you got mindful, groupthink. Not mindful, but mindful. Keeping a clear mind, hurtful thoughts, and groupthink. The human mind can be so many things: a prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander your mind, Blue Crossroads. The quality of your thoughts is key, as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. You want to ensure that the seeds you plant will sprout and flourish into the life you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. And this is good for all of us to remember. It's easy to be influenced by others right now, too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding 24/7. If you allow all the fear and uncertainty to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink. For when you cut another person down to their quote-unquote level, you due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good, love more love, gratitude, more things to be grateful for. Blue Crossroads, I don't feel like you're being judgy or judging anybody. I also don't feel like you're being sucked into any kind of online drama. I feel like come the retrograde, though, like this week, you might start to get a little more down than you normally are. Okay. You might start being a little bit more pessimistic. And I don't know why that's going to happen. Something either just happened or is going to happen this week that might make you lose faith a little bit. But I know you to an extent, and I know your soul. I can feel your energy just from texting me from on here when I open myself up like this. And I feel like you're going to bounce back rather quickly. Okay. And I do feel like this could have something to do with Shauna's card, where maybe you guys get some news that's not the best news, and you start to maybe fall into this not feeling sorry for yourselves type pattern, but like this kind of like panic. I'm getting more of a panic, like, what do we do, this and that, but you're going to get right through it. Just for this week, be very mindful of who you talk to on social media, what you take in, because I feel like because your manifesting abilities are so strong at this moment, and because the retrograde's coming on Friday, you should be really careful the thoughts that they don't start turning toxic or negative. Chris Jarvis, are you here? Mermaid, of course.
Dog and Dad were going at it again.
Oh, that's okay. Mermaid, of course, I have to use the new Mermaid deck for you. Yes, be on the lookout for sure. Oh, Jarvis is here. Well, I'm going to do Mermaid first, and then you and Jarvis. Starseed, okay. So Heather Nikki asked, Gemma, can you recommend any tarot decks for someone who's never read tarot? Is Starseed Oracle good? Okay. So there's a big difference between tarot and Oracle. The Starseed Oracle is a hard one to read if you don't know what you're doing. I would not recommend it for a beginner. Now, any tarot deck, like you can get a regular Rider-Waite, and they have ones that have like the meanings on the cards for like super cheap, like $10 on Amazon. It has like a little meaning on the card. Or I actually would recommend this. It's a really great deck. I am a beginner at reading tarot. Okay. So this comes with a book. So any card that I pull, it has a couple sentences to tell me so I can familiarize myself with the cards. So this one's called Horror Tarot, or any kind of Rider-Waite, like beginner deck. And you can find them all over Amazon for super cheap. But as far as Oracle, it is very different. And the Starseed Oracle, it's a little hard, even not anymore, but like when I first got it, it's hard to read because it's very specific to starseeds. No, Heather, a lot of people, if you don't read it, a lot of people think that they're one and the same. It's no big deal, but it's very different. Tarot is like, it's always from the Fool to the World, right? Oracle, every deck is different based on who created it. Okay, Mermaid, you got Time Out, Awareness, Contemplation, Solitude, and Time Alone. And you got it in the reverse. It's card number 36. Reversed, feeling that you need to be around people that without others to speak with and do things with all the time that you barely exist, needing validation for your love worthiness from others, checking in with others at all times, feeling bored, lonely, and unable to focus when alone. Being a people person is wonderful, but being unable to be alone is not healthy and means there may be something you do not wish to look at within yourself and you are seeking distractions. There are unresolved pain and issues, and you are fleeing from one people activity to another, replacing people with people. Being afraid that being alone makes you someone who has been rejected, thinking of the companionship of animals in nature as somehow less than that of humans, disengaging from the flow of energy and companionships that the entire world has to offer. When this card comes forth to be with you for a time, it is your time to consider what you truly think, feel, believe, and know by having some time alone with human beings, specifically as you can never be truly alone. The experience of your life has already given you deep wisdom. It is time to strip away sophistications and contradictions and go right down to the heart and marrow of what it is you have learned in this lifetime so far. And that will be found in the deep quiet of the shoreline and on no human shore. It could be a great time for you to become quieter, more of a listener to your own thoughts, to observe how to react, what you respond to, and discover how to proclaim your individual soul amongst all that is. So I feel like the divination in this card saying that you have to, what I'm getting from this, and Edna, hey boo, what I'm getting from this, Mermaid, is that you need to, I lost what I'm getting from this. Give me a second, I'll get it back. What I'm getting from this is that you need to understand that you can be alone. You don't necessarily need, because it's in the reverse, the human contact. Remember that you're always with spirit. Spirit's always with you, whether that creeps you out or not. It's just a simple fact. Spend time in nature with the animals, with domestic pets. You don't always have to say yes to everything and anything. You don't need to be feeling guilted or manipulated into doing things. I feel like what this card is saying for this week too, because of, I'm cheating a little because the astrology, because of the retrograde, to be really careful what you say and to who. I feel like there's someone around you who's like pretty toxic, and even if they're not like always around you, they kind of hover in the distance. I don't know if it's a family member that like maybe you don't speak to, but other family members that you speak to do. This person is just looking for a reason to take something you say and mix it all up to cause drama. Okay. And that's a warning for this week. Be very careful what you say and to who. And if someone is known to be toxic or icky in any way, don't talk to them. And I've since emailed you back. I've since mailed them. I don't know. I emailed you back twice, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to mail them. So I don't know if you got back to me or not yet, but I will check my emails after this. All right, Chris, I got to try to get a little more focused. I'm like all over the place here because I'm so excited. It's Wednesday. You're so welcome. And thank you guys. Yeah, animals are healing. I'm so excited to have this kitten. You have no idea. I just have to get him very used to us. He came into the shelter where my friend works. It's a no-kill shelter. And he came in and he was so teeny, tiny that they knew if they left him there overnight, he was going to die. He needed to be like bottle fed and carried to the litter box and all that. So my friend Pete he did all that. He took the cat home, kept him for 2 months, and he just gave him to me. He forewent the adoption papers, the price of the adoption papers, and he drove an hour here to bring him to me. Like, it was really nice of him. And he said it was because he knew that I would give the cat a good home, which felt really good. I'll bring him on screen next week. If you're on my Facebook, you'll see pictures, I'm sure. All right, Jarvis.
With cats.
Wisdom of the House of Knights. Oh, we can take tons of awesome selfies.
Carrie.
Carrie, hi, Carl. Chris, you got card number 41, the card of belonging. My dear one, I know you have been searching your whole life for a sense of belonging, a feeling of home and acceptance. Come and enter the House of Night, for when you choose this symbol, you have joined us in the community of beauty, friendship, and secrets only shared and known among my chosen ones. You are chosen to belong. This symbol also tells you that you are in the right place right now. You're home where you are. Be at home inside yourself. Learn to be comfortable in your own skin. When you choose this symbol, know that I, Nyx, Goddess of Night, have chosen you. Chris, I feel like this is just telling you that you're on the right path. You're in the exact spot where you're supposed to be. This is the universe and spirit telling you, Jarvis, you got this. You're doing all the right things. You're saying all the right things. You're meeting all the right people. Don't change a thing. This week, stand strong in the confidence that your life is on the right path. Even if it seems like everything is wrong, I want you to understand that I am not telling you this. Gemma Jade is not telling you this. The universe is spirit, okay? Your ancestors, I bring them all through, all of them. Just round and round as I call your name, up they come. And it's them telling you that whatever you're worried about right now and frustrated over or et cetera, put it out of your head, because you are on the exact path and in the exact place where you need to be, where you're supposed to be. Yes, Miss Lindsay. I love how you have a cat that you brought in that was a stray that you named Mr. Mooch because he's a stray. All right, who's next?
Batmom.
Batmom. Let me use the Wild Mystic. I was going to wear the triple moon goddess necklace with my birthstone Aunt Edna bought me. But people have asked me, like, why don't you ever wear the necklace I bought you? I'm going to tell you why. I have 4 antique jewelry boxes all sat next to each other on my dresser. But because I have no room to put them anywhere else and they're all sat next to each other, I can't open the sides to get the necklaces out without having to rearrange anything. So I always wear the necklaces that I have out already that I have to hang on my wall. So if you don't see me wearing jewelry you bought me, it's because I just can't get to it. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good mood tonight too, actually. Had some fruit salad, some hot dogs. All right, Miss Batmom. Yeah, I know, for a stray, right, Tawaz? All right, Miss Batmom, you got the card of work, and it is the bee, the busy bee. It is in the reversed. This card represents hard work, focus, and industry. While the ant focuses on collaboration to achieve a goal, the bee card focuses on the goal itself. It represents effort toward a pleasant outcome or long overdue reward. This card tells us that the goal we seek is within our reach if we persist. However, the bee's solar energy is focused on production, invention, and the job at hand. The ancient Egyptians are considered the first people to create artificial hives for producing honey, though wild honey harvesting is also an ancient practice, and the development of domesticated hive-based farming is still being researched. They also believe that the sun god Ra created bees from his tears as they hit the sand. Honey has often been likened to gold or imbued with the power of the sun due to its color and its seemingly miraculous production by these amazing insects. We may view the bee card as symbolizing the fruits of labor and a rich, successful outcome. This card indicates financial and business success. It is industry at its most rewarding and the sun shining down on your back as you toil. However, shadow reading. The shadow reading of the bee card is lethargy, ennui, and stupor. It is the sun overshadowed. It is the exhaustion felt when one has lost passion for a project or excitement for their work. The shadow interpretation of the bee card may tell you it is time to mix things up, change your perspective, or perhaps give up on the project altogether if it no longer brings you fulfillment. Your stone, citrine, fluorite, sodalite, and amazonite. Okay, so Batmom, I hate to be the bearer of this news if it is in fact bad, but you may already know that the job that you're working is not for you. There may be something you really want to do or feel like, like maybe you're saving money to do, or maybe you want to work for yourself or start a business. Obviously, in Mercury retrograde, now is not the time to be doing anything major like that. But coming into the middle to the end of October, I would say early November, I would start thinking now how to achieve that goal. Whether it's starting your own business or just getting a new job, right? You can't just quit overnight. The job that you're working at right now, or if you're unemployed, whatever it is either very unfulfilling to you, or you're simply not getting satisfaction anymore. And if that's not going on, it's going to start this week. So I do feel, thank you so much, Shelly. Shelly, I also mailed out your spray. So Batmom, what the universe wants you to do for this week and really for the next month or so is start thinking of how you can pull yourself out of this rut and move on to something not only that's more financially rewarding. I mean, can't we all use that, right? But also something that's more spiritually rewarding, something that's more personally rewarding, something that you enjoy doing, that like this, like I can't wait to get here, right? Something like that for yourself. I mean, once I hit 35, I knew I wanted so much more than to just work a 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with the people who work it. But I knew it was not for me. Waitressing all those years, I knew like it's not something I can do. It was like continuously for the rest of my life, get up, go to work, punch a clock, come in. But some people can. I feel like that might not be for you. You did start your own business. So good. No, don't be confused. That's not a bad thing. This card then, if you did start your own business, is kind of a push in the right direction, saying that because of how you were feeling before you started it, you did the exact right thing. So that makes more sense now. You did the exact right thing by starting your own business. It's going to be successful as long as you continue to put as much effort and enthusiasm into it as you are now. Or it could be saying that you need a little bit more effort and enthusiasm in getting your business started. But that was the right thing for you to do, because you might hit a bump during the retrograde where like things aren't going as smoothly as they should be, or maybe you're not selling as much or whatever it is. But don't let that discourage you, because this work card is telling you you made the right move. You're supposed to start your own business or move into something other than what you were doing. So
gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient.
Yes, exactly. It's
one step at a time. You don't go through the door with both feet. You go one step at a time.
I'm learning that now with my business. I want to just sell and sell. People are so happy with it, but because there's no place right now for it to be listed, and again, I paid for it, it's coming. We hit a few little snags, mainly that I can't do the meetings with them as much as they would like, because I don't have time during the day and they don't have time during the night. So we have to so that's why it's taking so long. But until then, I mean, you guys know,
I'll keep
I'm sorry, what?
I said I'd keep posting it.
I've never sent anything out that I've gotten a complaint about. Look what I got today, guys.
Oh, there you go.
For my next book, MIB, Women in Black, Black-Eyed Children, and Dangerous Books. He's one of my favorite authors, Nick Redfern, and it says, warning, just picking up this book invites them in. And I'm also listening to a BEK book by him from Audible. What's up, Eric? All right, who's next?
Grey Wolf.
Grey Wolf, I'm going to use Mythical Goddess. Yeah, Blue Crossroads, yes, please do. I think you might have already resent it, and I do have it, but just in case, because
I also have it too, so
I'm going to try
podcast, so
I'm going to try to film that this Sunday, because I really don't have much to do. I'm having my son and his girlfriend over. But I'm going to have some time in the morning and early afternoon. Cisco, if you have to go, let us know and we'll squeeze you in.
She's only 4 away.
Okay. All right.
Well, that's what Christina answers. I always write it down just in case.
Christina said she's only here listening.
I know.
All right. Miss Grey Wolf, you're so welcome, guys. Thank you for coming in. No, Mike made big moves, and I'm super proud of him for doing it. All right. Grey Wolf, you got fire. The 8 of Fire, the card of expression, which is Mercury in Sagittarius. This free spirit embodies creative expression, loving and celebrating herself exactly as she is. She dances her joyous exuberance into the world in her own unique way. She embraces all aspects of herself and honestly communicates her essence through her expression. This fiery spirit has danced into your cards to ecstatically join you in celebrating the uniqueness of who you are. Dance through life, letting your passion light the way. Give yourself full permission to freely be who you are without limitation. Like this fun, beautiful, creative woman, let every cell of your body be ignited with your uniqueness and express it into the world. Okay, so already feeling a theme for the week, right? Of us being able to positively express ourselves, to be comfortable in who we are and what we feel and what we believe. And that's what I want all of you guys to do and feel when you're here with me, whenever we talk or communicate in any way. It's very important to me to let you guys be yourselves, right? You don't have to impress me or agree with me. And you shouldn't feel like you have to do that for anyone else either. So Grey Wolf, while this is a great card of happiness, self-acceptance, and expression, I am getting something I'm seeing there where like somebody is trying to oppress you. Like somebody wants you to not feel this way, and they're going out of their way to make sure you don't. There is something about yourself, or actually there's something about your situation, or a situation, I should say. It doesn't have to be romantic love, but it could be, that if you would just open your eyes a tiny bit more, you're going to see a way out of it so you don't have to deal with it or be miserable anymore. And I do think it is stepping away from a person. And this person knows that you could leave and be okay. This person knows that you can walk away from the job or the relationship or the situation, whatever it is, and be fine. And they're trying to make it so that you don't realize that about yourself. You are much stronger. You are much more capable than you're giving yourself credit for. For this week, I want you to just do and be you. If you think it, say it. If you feel it, feel it. If you need it, go get it, right? Express yourself. Don't dull or dumb yourself down this week. This week especially, okay? There's a reason the universe sent you this card. Lindsay, listen to the universe. You can. Maybe not this second, but if you really, really want to, the universe supports it. Doesn't mean you have to either. The universe just wants you to be more self-expressive and stop dulling yourself down for other people. Nutslap, what's up?
I figured I'd let you say it and get more enjoyment out of it. Okay, Larry. Larry, you still here?
Hi, Pixie.
Larry, are you still here, bud?
Larry sometimes is in and out.
Yes, I'm going to put him on hold and we'll go ahead and do Cisco then. Oh, there he is. There he is.
You know what, Mike? There's no... Yeah. I'm sorry, it's a repeated message. I just feel like it's a theme. Maybe it's something with the retrograde, like the energy coming in of oppression. That's kind of what I'm feeling out of these cards. Good to see you too. Mike, you know what? I think it happened at the exact right time. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could have done it earlier. You probably wish that you had, but at the end of the day, that is a breakup. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy. Even if you feel like you can't stand the person, you live with a person, you love a person, you're with a person, and you become used to kind of the chaos and the madness and the sadness, right? So it's still hard to walk away. Even from, I think it's harder to walk away from toxicity, to be honest with you, than it is to walk away from love. Because when you walk away with love, you stay connected to the person and things are good. You just realize like you can't be together. When you walk away from toxicity, it always leaves this empty feeling of like no closure, guilt, regret, shame of things you could have, would have, should have done. But I'm really proud of you.
Never said that were meant to say.
Right, exactly. Yeah, guys, if you need anything for like your businesses, or if you just want to bounce ideas, I don't care. You can always hit me up. I'm sorry, who's next?
We got Larry. Larry's
here. That's right, Larry. Larry, I would like to use the Shaman's Dream. I sent Larry a spiritual helper box, an extra large box, and we got rid of a recurring visitation from a bad spirit with the box and my email directions. So I'm glad that they are helping. Yeah, I guess there's an oppressive energy coming in. I did earth signs. Okay, so I did Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I'm going to do earth, air, fire, and water for the fall. So for September, October, November, then December, January, March, we'll do winter, April, May, June, or December, January, February, then March, April, May, June, July, August. We're just going to do it like that. That's how I'm going to get readings out to you guys. But I have to finish the other 3. I'm hoping to do that this week through next week and have it released by right after this time next week. So maybe Thursday or Friday. All right, Larry. Horseman, Herald of Change. Card number 30, more change. Good news, caution, and herald of change. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others only see the ugly. Not the possible, no matter how implausible. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Become a herald of the positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life or self. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. Larry, the horseman cautions you to not allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial. Be sure that there is substance to the news you spread, and you are willing to live up to the expectations you raise. The world will welcome you with open arms as you will share an uplifting message. Heed the horseman when he shows up once, for he bears good news and is announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. When he shows up twice in the same reading, though, use extreme caution. If you heed his warnings, all will turn out well. So obviously you get one card. He's showing up once. Larry, I feel like this week is going to be a really good one for you. And I feel like you should spread the love, spread the joy as best you can. There may be people around you who aren't so sure and optimistic as you are. And the universe is giving you extra light this week, especially. And they want to see what you're going to, it wants to see what you're going to do with it. Are you going to keep it all for yourself? Are you going to get out there, at least in your close circle, and tell your story? Tell your redemption story. Tell your story of how you got rid of the evil, of how you've spiritually ascended, like you've been wanting to. We just haven't been able to get you on here, but maybe this week would be a good week to do that because you do have a very strong message. The thing is to be extremely and clearly honest about all of it, though, so that you don't mislead anybody and they know exactly what they're getting into. I don't know if you're thinking about becoming some kind of spiritual coach or teacher, but the universe is definitely backing you up. You are the knight in the tarot. You are the horseman in the oracle. You are spreading a message. What is your message? Love, light, peace, blessing, abundance, or chaos, negativity? You know, it's up to you. It's up to all of us. Johnny Yuma, welcome. All right, Miss Cisco. Cisco, I want to pull a tarot card for you, okay?
I don't normally need me.
I'm sorry, what?
You don't need me. You're already ahead of the game.
I don't normally read tarot, but I am learning. So you guys are kind of my tarot guinea pigs. They're very hard to shuffle, tarot cards, because they're so thin that they only shuffle long ways.
Oh.
Larry A has changed his YouTube icon coach. The one and only Gemma Jade. Yes, sir. That's me. I want to, once I get the website up, I'm hoping it's this week. I want to do like Halloween boxes and Christmas boxes, and I've already got so much inventory. I'm just waiting to give it away.
There you go.
All right, Cisco, you got the 4 of Cups. Cups, of course, is emotions, right? Suit of Cups. Okay, we need the 4. Is it the 4? Yes. 4 of Cups in the reverse. After a disruption, your life purpose has been restored, and you see that your work and surroundings have improved. Joy has returned, and you feel fulfilled. So I feel like it's not going to be probably this week, but I do feel like there's a situation in your life, and I know this from knowing personally, that you're having a major rough time with, and I feel like you keep going back and forth on it. Like, it's like that song, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? Jonathan Douglas, hi and welcome. And I feel like, and I know that you have been reaching out to people and trying to get help with that. I feel like the universe is finally going to offer you that opportunity. You are finally going to make the final decision in the next week or so. And as long as you stay positive and stay in the emotion of getting out of and away from the toxicity, the universe is going to offer you that abundance. It's going to offer you that 4 full cups, whereas right now you've got, they're upside down, they're all spilling out, they're running over. All right, that's a lot of mess to clean up. Good things coming in for you as long as you make a choice and stick with it. As long as you keep procrastinating, going back and forth, the universe is not going to help you because you haven't learned enough yet. Again, not a judgment or an indictment, just the message that's coming in.
Okay, Mike Roberts.
Mike, let's use the Halloween Oracle. Let me just find it here. There it is. Mike J, behold, what are you doing here? I'm glad you're here. I'm just like, what happened to you? So cool. You used to come in every week and then you disappeared. Fingers crossed. Yes, keep that positivity, like the message in most of the readings tonight. You're so welcome, Cisco. Just stay focused on the long term, okay? Yes, you have to take little steps. You have to take baby steps, but keeping focused on the big picture makes those steps seem a lot less tedious and painful. All right, Mike, let's see what we got. Ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. The first card of the deck. I walk in their footsteps, their wisdom inside me remains. I am unique, yet carry a legacy. Their blood runs in my veins. Whether or not we know our ancestors, we are the product of those who have lived before us, DNA-wise. Externally, we may have the body type of our father, our mother's eyes, our grandmother's nose, our great-grandfather's skin tone, etc. On the inside, it gets even more interesting. We know now that we can inherit the way our body works, blood types, genetic disorders, even propensities for aspects of brain function like introversion, musicality, and mathematics. Many pagan pasts associated with Halloween believe that we are born perfectly imperfect. What's up, girl? Pam Struck, hi. Perfectly imperfect to be exactly what we are meant to be. What does this mean? It means that the gifts our ancestors have left us and the unique synergy of the combination of the physical, mental, and physical. This deck has so many errors. That is created within us sets us up perfectly to achieve our ultimate purpose. Should the ancestor card bring itself to your attention, Mike, know that you are ready and able to action your birthright of power. You have the support of those who came before you. There may be challenges or struggles, but you have everything you will need to overcome them. You will prevail. And you took the first step. You took the major step, right? You took the first step in the rest of your life in achieving your destiny. The universe is backing you up. But what this card is telling you too, your ancestors are with you. Talk to them. Ask for advice. You will get it. Don't feel stuck, stagnant, closed off, scared, shame, regret, sad, whatever it may be that on those lower vibrational negative energies that you're feeling. Let your ancestors purify your soul and maybe ask them to show you in a dream or a vision or in your mind's eye what they went through, how it got to be to you. You know, burn some mugwort. I can get you some, and have some lucid dreams and call your ancestors in. I do it every once in a while. Hilton, hi. Yeah, that was a really cool card. It's got the DNA. At first I thought it was a skeleton, but it's actually a DNA double, what's it called? A double helix.
Yep.
Triple helix, actually. Go ahead.
Smoochy, are you still here? I know you're in there somewhere.
She's here. I'm going to use the Seeker. No Sasquatch this week. But Smoochy played the Sasquatch game I sent her, and she won. She sent me a text. She's like, I won, and pictures of people playing a game. I'm like, what is that? And then I was like, oh, that's right. I sent her a board game.
Oops.
Oh, Paranormal Pixie, thank you. I am having a pretty good week. I'm excited about the business. I'm excited. On Saturday, I went to my sister's house, who I just reunited with, tentatively kind of getting back there, but I got to see all my nieces and nephews, all my nieces and nephews and their kids. My oldest son and his girlfriend came. So it was nice. We had, my sister is my half sister. So her father was there with his wife. My mom was there. We did karaoke. I am happy. Thank you.
I'm not.
Blue Crossroads. I'll tell you how I know it. I know it because when I lived in Patterson, I was using, the library used to give out free books. And every day they'd have a whole giant cart with all books that you can take. And I would take all the books. And then when I would get bored, I would read them. And one of the books was about the guy who discovered the triple helix. And it was like Watson and Crick or something. I read the whole book and I remembered a lot of it. Deoxyribose nucleic acid, I believe DNA stands for. All right, Smoochie, you got Express Gratitude. Wow, what a beautiful card. We all have much to be thankful for, but all too often we get weighed down by life's disappointments and the responsibilities that we carry. Life does not always go according to plan. Over time, our ability to see the good in our lives and in others can be very much dulled. We find ourselves dwelling in a world of gray. Bring the color back into your life, Smoochie. Take a moment every day to make a note of several things you are grateful for. Express your gratitude out loud or write it down. Whether you are grateful for the feeling of the sun on your skin, or thankful for the companionship of a beloved pet, or simply happy to be breathing, it does not matter what it is that you are grateful for, only that you express your gratitude. By regularly expressing gratitude, we can change our state of mind and inspire more positive emotions and thoughts. We make a conscious choice to think more about moments that have made us smile or feel both loved and loving. It's all about balance. We are not being asked to quote unquote be happy and forget our concerns. Sometimes the best we can achieve is a state of peaceful acceptance that helps us face and deal with adversity. The more we see and appreciate the good, the more willing we are to address any source of disease. We are more determined to maintain the feeling of well-being that our appreciation creates. Show your appreciation. Be sure to thank those who have helped you, even for the smallest things. Tell those who are there for you how much you appreciate their care and support. Brighten another's day by offering encouragement by way of an unexpected compliment or words of praise. Giving thanks to others can not only brighten their day, but your day as well. So just start a gratitude list if that's possible for you. If not, wake up in the morning and thank the creator, the universe, God, the atmosphere, yourself for 1 to 3 things, right? Do it once a day, do it twice a day. I feel like an attitude of gratitude is kind of being pushed upon you now, Smoochie. You're probably dealing with a lot of things that it's hard not to just focus on the negative, right? You're dealing with life just like we all are. But what the universe is saying with this card is if you can focus more on the positive, you will pull more positive in. That's the manifestation, right? Try to remain grateful, especially this week. I do feel like the universe is putting you to the test to see if you can maintain that, I hate the words, but attitude of gratitude for the entire week throughout whatever it is that's going on. And then in the weeks to come, you'll be offered more and more abundance and blessing and wish fulfillment, really, if you can just go more with the flow and not focus so much on what's wrong.
Ready? Fixing dough.
All right, Vixen Doe, we're going to use the Lantern Oracle. Smoochie, you're so funny. Thanks be to Sasquatch. There you go. It doesn't matter. If you're not a wrench, you cannot put links in. If that's what you're trying to do, give me a second, or Steven can wrench you. That mom.
I think she was just giving him his address, her email.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes you can't put that stuff in.
Yeah, sometimes, but I mean, I didn't see it, but
Oh. All right. Let's go squatching. I want to, why are these upside down? Oh, I guess it was just that one. I want to go to the Pine Barrens and camp this fall. I think Ray said we can go get a cabin, but I want to hunt the Jersey Devil. Or, honestly, whatever else is lurking out there. All right. Radical curiosity. Seeing as if for the first time, every time. And I have a feeling this is going to be right on the same vein as what we've been talking about all night. The maiden sees with wonderment the mystery and majesty of natural ethereal. I got to try that again. Wow, that was so wrong. The maiden sees with wonderment the mystery and majesty of nature enthrall her and inspire the music she creates. Her presence reminds us to resume looking at the ever-changing world with the openness of a child. For the world's beauty and enchantment can be seen at every age if and when we remember to access our inner magical and childlike perspective. The maiden is alive with a potent energy of raw inspiration. She reminds us of what it feels like to be radically curious about where an idea might lead us. She experiences the world as a globe of magical unknown to be explored. Curiosity runs through her veins as limitless energy. She creates her music from one inspiring idea to the next. She cannot anticipate the outcome of any tune she is exploring how to create, nor does she necessarily have the self-discipline or regard for any elder's caution or advice on what is and what is not possible. The maiden's curiosity is wild and radical. She accepts and understands no limitations, nor does she refrain from venturing into the vast landscape of her imagination. She is without presumption, judgment, anticipation, or need of validation for her creation. Therefore, she fears no disappointment, rejection, or failure. Naivete frees her to boldly follow what she is inspired to express and immerse herself in the joy of expressing it. The maiden reminds you that you always have the power to change a routine that stifles your ability to see life with the excitement, possibility, and magic of a child. She encourages the reawakening of your innate radical curiosity and openness. May you enjoy a return to your fresh and unique perspective. May you also allow yourself to express what inspires you creatively. Radical curiosity is the maiden's alchemy, and yours too. Her message, radical curiosity, inspires creativity. You need to get that camper van and go. Like, I don't know what else to say about this card except that it is pushing you forward on your destiny, which is this journey that you've been wanting and longing to take. I don't know how close you are to that, but I still see people trying to change your mind, and I still see opposition getting in your way. So this card is telling you, like, don't get distracted by it. Don't get bogged down by it. Keep looking at it with the sense of wonderment and amazement. Don't get bogged down by, you know, the facts, right? Go with your imagination. Go where your imagination takes you and create this beautiful adventure for yourself that the universe wants you to go on, that you're meant to go on. There are some obstacles, and there always will be, no matter what we're doing, but the universe really is pushing you forward on this.
I'm waiting to see if Perfect Imperfection is still here.
Mike J, thanks so much for coming in. It was so awesome to see you. Yes, your life's traffic light is green. Go.
You still here, Perfect?
She should be here unless she dipped out because she's going to get the personal, but we'll give her a minute.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. Yay, you're catching us live. It's pretty exciting. All right. Who's after Perfect?
We're going to go ahead and do Twice. Taiwan.
Yes, girl. I am going to use the Seasons of the Witch, the Samhain Oracle on you.
Gemma, I'm going to back out real quick.
Yep, go ahead. I miss Mike J. Behold, Mike J. Next time he comes in, I'm going to give him a reading right away because I forgot that the reason he doesn't come in is because his schedule changed. Yeah, if you're getting hit, you don't want to do that, but calling a narcissist is like one of the only things that'll make them mad. Like, nobody gets madder than a narcissist being accused of what they did. Believe me, I know. All right, Miss Taiwaz. Yeah, I've got to think of some contests, guys. I want to give some stuff away. Like I said, I want to give away books. I want to give away crystals, oil rollers, sprays, spell jars, and boxes. Because the boxes contain sprays, oil rollers, packs of incense. Some people, depending on which size box it is, I put in charcoal tea lights and incense resin burners, backflow incense burners, the shells with the feathers and sage bundles. I mean, there's just everything. Decks of the small playing card size decks of Oracle. All right. Miss Taiwaz. Yes, you were, and you pulled yourself out, and I'm still so proud of you because it's a hard thing to do. Taiwaz, Elders, card number 15. Because it's like by the time you realize that it's not you, it's them, you're so sucked in. And normally when you're dealing with narcissists, you become dependent on them for one thing or another. They make sure of it because they need that narcissistic supply. And once you don't give it to them anymore, they do what's called a discard. And that usually leaves you feeling like, I fell in love with one person. Now they're a completely different person. Why don't they love me anymore? Fact of the matter is, the person you fell in love with was a facade. They didn't love you because they can't love anyone but themselves. And they found narcissistic supply elsewhere. I mean, it's harsh, but that's the facts of it. Oh, tell Ghost to send you the link. Mike put it in chat earlier. Maybe he can put it in one more time. All right, Taiwaz, Elders, keywords, compassion and wisdom, birthed from seed within the belly of the moon. They are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. You don't Facebook. There might be a way that you can vote outside of Facebook. I don't know, though. If you go to Face of Horror, I'll email you the info to be easier. Taiwaz, elders are wise. They are the ones who've lived and experienced more ups and downs, twists and turns than the rest of us. Elders were the storytellers and keepers of knowledge, so they were the ones we sought when in turmoil and who would hold us as we wept for the unfairness life can bring. They had compassion for us, but also gave us sage advice drawn from their decades of experience. Today, many elders are seen as a burden instead of cherished loved ones who deserve the right to be supported and cared for in their old age. Many elders have not been given the space to share the wise words of their traditions because our modern world moves too fast for their slow wisdom. Yet there are those among us, particularly witches, who still see the wisdom in their old ways. If you hold the elder card, it is to remind you to have compassion for others and to never disregard someone's wisdom or experience. A Zen saying tells us, quote, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes a day unless you're too busy. Then you should sit for an hour, end quote. This knowledge can be applied to wisdom as well. Often the thing you need most when life is moving so fast is to slow down and see what you've been missing, or in this case, who you've been missing. This card is a call to meet with your elders to see if they have wisdom to share about your ancestors that can help you on your path. So, Taiwaz, whether this is, hi Eris, whether this is live elders that we're talking about here, like older people in your life, okay, or I know that, well, I'm pretty sure you have a way to contact your spiritual elders, your guide elders, the elders of the earth in general that oversee us all. Reach out to them through meditation at some point this week for any answer that you're seeking. Is tonight the full moon?
No.
When's the full moon coming? I would recommend on the full moon. The Bat Mom, that is why my business is so important to me. And that's why, like, I'm constantly telling you guys, I only make donations. that's why. Speaking of which, guys, don't forget PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, Super Thanks, Super Sticker. Appreciate it. So anyway, the 10th. Okay, so Saturday, I would recommend calling on your elders. If you have some handy, burn some incense or some herbs or some sage or some cedar, some rosemary, burn some tea if you have to. Just get out into the world or sit in your room or go to your altar, however you call on spirit in your life, even if it's just through prayer, and ask for direction. Oh, thank you. It's not me. It's not me. It's the universe. I am just the oracle, but I do appreciate the validation. Thank you. Who's next, babe? You okay, Stephen?
Yes. Diagnosis, if they're still here.
Sci-fi, you here? Yeah, it's waxing towards the full moon on the 10th. I thought that it was the
I know it's before my birthday.
I thought it was the 8th, and then I realized when I said that today is the 7th, so I would have been wrong either way.
Okay. I want they left.
He's in and out.
I know. And if he doesn't show,
right.
Just so you know, if he doesn't show, it's Heather.
Who doesn't show?
If Diagnosis or Sci-Fi doesn't pop up.
Okay, so we'll do Heather real quick. So Heather, I'm going to use Fantasy Cats. Yes, write your intention on a bay leaf and burn it. I'd ask for guidance. Yeah, that's what the universe is telling you with that card, is to ask for your guidance from your elders, specifically, not just your ancestors in general. Okay, Sci-Fi Master, give me a minute. I'm going to read for Heather real quick, and then I'm going to read for you. Just reverse you for a minute there. I love Barbieri's Oracle decks because I love his artwork. But there's only like a couple cards in each deck. What's Scary Vote? I don't know what that means, but I'm going to send you the information for Face of Horror.
I put the link in.
She's not on Facebook.
You can go to it.
So I have to find the non-Facebook link because there is one, and I'll send it to you through email, but I'm also going to post it in the community tab when I'm done here too. Okay, so Heather, Nikki, you got attitude, desiring, transformation. Okay. Cute kitty. Prepare yourself for big changes and go with the flow. Change is not something that comes natural for humans. Changes are fairly upsetting for most cats as well. A piece of furniture out of place, a box that wasn't there before, even a suitcase can symbolize something different. Objects that symbolize change in their territory will excite, bring curiosity, or disturb them. Safety in any environment is crucial, so awareness of change is helpful. Whether it feels comfortable or not, the soul's intrinsic and true nature is evolution and growth. Transformation is a natural state requiring nothing but a willing soul. Greet each moment with appreciation and an open heart. Evolution is effortless. Remaining stuck requires effort and angst. Examine the path unfolding with ease. Embrace the unknown. Follow the blueprint of your heart. Allow wings to buffer flight into who you were always meant to be. Seek higher ground and deeper truth. Your life is the laboratory of you. Play and experiment. Try new things. Eat new foods and flavors. Try something out of character. Break your patterns. Move out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself to promote growth. Heather, major changes on the way for you this week and through the rest of the month. Yeah, beautiful dragon card, right? Oh, I think a scary vote is probably the paid vote. Just do the free one. It's a vote. A vote is a vote.
Oh, the scary vote is for the foundation. You do an extra like 10 for the foundation, and it goes to the foundation, the B+ foundation.
Yeah, money though. You have to pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where you pay, and every dollar that you give goes to the foundation. Okay, Heather. So there's a lot of change coming in, and I feel kind of like the changes have already started, or you know that they're coming, okay? And I feel like you should prepare, but stop worrying about the worst. Like, this is happening, so this, that, and the other could happen. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, try really hard to focus on what's actually happening as it happens, okay? Slow down, slow your pace. I know it's so hard, but please try to be present in the moment, aware every second that you can of your emotional vibration. Are you high? Are you low? Why? What are you feeling? What are you doing? Okay. Because major changes are coming in, and how they turn out is directly proportionate or corresponding to how you react to them. So please slow down and focus on what's happening in the moment, not what could happen, for better or for worse. That's your challenge and your lesson that you need to learn, not just this week, but in the coming weeks, so that the universe can allow you to move on from these changes, step into them, get through them, and turn them for the better for yourself. All right, Sci-Fi Master. Yeah. Let's do the Halloween. Huh?
Peppa's here. Peppa.
Oh, Peppa? Oh, Halloween. That's what I'm using to hold my arm up. Oh, thank you so much, Smoochie. I appreciate you guys so much. Woohoo! You guys are all beautiful. I love you all very much. And you all make my week so much brighter. Seriously. You ready? Guys, I think I told you last week I handed in my third book. It's not in editing yet, which I'm, a little frustrated about, but I did hand it in a little bit early. So hopefully it goes through editing soon because it only takes like 2 or 3 days in editing, and then it'll come out. I'll design the cover, which I already have designed, and it should be out by, next 2 weeks, I'm hoping. Yeah, Edna, if you could, for sure. I emailed it to you. How much that would be. I had to send it in a larger box because I brought these pink boxes that I thought were really cute because I was sending them out in black boxes. And I brought these pink boxes because I love pink and I thought it'd be cute to send pink, but these are smaller, so they don't fit the 8-ounce boxes. So I sent them instead in a larger Amazon box, and they were just mailed today. So you didn't get the email? Give me 1 second, guys. I could have probably wrote it and then not sent it, but I can resend it really quick right now. Nope, there we go. Gemma Jade Paranormal. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. Holy crap. Somebody sent me, oh my God. Oh my God. The guy who I was talking about, who wants to know if his aunt is like still alive or whatever. He sent me like 40 emails of emails. So, okay. I think I might have sent it to, okay, because there's 2 for you. Yeah, no, I emailed you back twice and it says that it was sent. Let me resend maybe. Let me resend it for you. I'm sorry, guys. Just give me a second so I can help Anna out here. I'm just going to copy and paste. And then enter, and then copy and enter, and paste and send. So it should send now. If it doesn't go through, let me know, Anna, because that means because there's 2 for you, one with a picture and one not. Yeah, too late. All right. Sorry about that, Sci-Fi. Yeah, I guess he was sending me some email correspondence between his aunt that they all think faked her death. She was like this really horrible person who might have like murdered somebody. It's a really interesting story. Yes, thank you guys. But wow, like that he said, I'm really sorry I sent so many emails, but I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting 40. All right, you got the skull of flowers creating through the ashes. To blossom and bloom, the work must be done. Through fire and ashes, our fortune it comes. Before flowers are born, they are sweet buds on a plant that came from a smaller form like a seed or a bulb. The seed needs prepared, nourishing soil to grow to its potential. Some plants and trees only seed after fire or a period of extreme adversity like drought or flood. Sometimes we wish for a life different from the one we have, and that can mean radical change. Sometimes to have that new life, everything falls apart to make it so, and that can be very uncomfortable. We may lose our relationships, or they may change. We might lose a job, have to move house, or become sick. All big events that lead to a reassessment of the quote-unquote how of our lives. The skull of flowers illustrates that there is a sureness and yet a rawness to creating again, to starting afresh. Sometimes the universe gives us a blank slate to work from so we can build what we really want rather than just settling for less. The skull of flowers celebrates not just a kind of phoenix energy, but an energy of success and full bloom through adversity. So you might be going through some adversity right now, or you might be about to, right? So I feel like what this is saying is you are definitely going to be like a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's another message of not really worrying so much about the negative. Yes, things are bad, or things can get bad. Bad things are coming in. But the universe never just throws terror at us. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Every cloud has a silver lining, however you want to put it. And what the universe is saying is if you can make it through these challenges, while still, being loving and thoughtful and kind, unselfish, you're going to be rewarded. No matter how you get through these changes, for better or for worse, okay? You're going to get through them. So you may as well get through them the best possible way that you can, from your happiest place, from your most heartfelt and love-centered being, right? Because you can struggle and suffer and bitch, moan, piss, and complain through, but it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the days go by, the changes change, Either way, you're going to make it through. So the universe is asking you, are you going to be like a phoenix rising from the ashes in beauty and glory? Or are you going to be something completely opposite, that all of these changes coming in, or that have just come in, totally and completely beat you down? I am getting a specific message that now is the time for change involving a specific relationship or situation. So I don't know if that's romantic, friendship, job, or familial, but there's some situation or relationship in your life that you absolutely need to walk away from without even a second thought, because it's toxic, codependent, and chaotic. You're on mute.
Perfect. We called you, but we can sneak you in unless Gemma wants to go ahead and do you now.
Perfect and perfection. We're going to use Seasons of the Witch. We figured you were going to come back.
Yeah.
I did not get a dog. I got a kitten. I offered RJ, does he want a puppy or a kitty? And he wanted 2 kitties named Ben and Tom, because that's one of his favorite cartoon shows is Talking Tom, and that's the cat's names. But it came up because back in April or May, one of the junked vans by Ray's shop that's parked there had a broken window. And when he looked through the window, there was 2 little just born kittens. So he knew the mother was around. So he'd put a little food in there, but not touch them and leave them alone. He would check on them every day. Finally, when they were old enough to be brought home, you're very, very welcome. And yes, please do. Just stay optimistic. The mother had moved them and we couldn't find them, but we had already promised RJ these kittens. And Ray kind of forgot about it, but I don't, because when I promise my son something, I make sure that I follow through. I hate making promises. He knows if I say I promise, I'm serious, because I don't say it often. So I said to him last night, I said, I got you your kitten. And he was like, I knew you'd come through for me, Mom. I was like, yeah. We got, We did get the kitten though, and this one was really tiny and sickly. And my friend Pete, working with the kittens in the no-kill shelter, nursed it right back to health. And his name is Ralph, and he's a little B word right now, hissing and scratching at everything, but he's scared. He's nervous. It's a very new place. I have a very big house, and to a tiny little kitten this big, but he's all black. I think he has blue eyes. I only got to spend like 4 minutes with him. I had to run up here. I used to put my phone in my bra too, but I had a little tiny crack in it, and boob sweat got into the crack and like broke my phone. So I never do that anymore. Okay. Perfect. I was going to say perfectly imperfect. Perfect imperfection. I don't know what Hilton just said, but I got to look. Please stop.
No, that mom oopsed again. Oopsed. She pulled a Pam. I mean, an Ann. Did you hear me?
No.
I said she pulled an Ann by mistake.
Who did?
That mom.
Oh.
Whistle.
Who did she get rid of? Hilton?
She actually boo-booed on Hilton.
Hopefully he doesn't take it too personally. Okay. Dang, bra sweat. It's okay. It happens to everybody. Someone told me they wanted to bottle up my drool because I'm a drooler. He was weird. Okay, keywords: encouragement, inner knowing. With the tug at the gut, with the tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide you. And you got it in the reverse. I will, Pixie, for sure. Leanne Butler, welcome. Okay, sometimes trying too hard to hear the guidance is what destroys the magic. Wait for the answers to appear rather than searching for them. Advice is often offered when we least expect it. Keep an open mind. Don't miss these powerful signs because you're too busy expecting your guidance to come in a different way. Trust in spirit to offer guidance in a way that serves your highest good. You will come to understand when the time is right. You could be feeling as though, sorry, Hilton, you could be feeling as though you aren't getting the answers to either your prayers or to questions you're asking the universe. Maybe trying to invoke, the goddess or bring ancestors or spirit in, but you feel like you're not getting ahead. You're not getting the messages. And the thing is, it's because you don't know what's for your highest good for the most part. None of us do, right? But the universe does. So now it's just not quite the time yet for you to receive the full spectrum of answers that you may be looking for. I feel like the universe is going to help you out of whatever this really kind of harsh and I want to say terrible actually situation or relationship that you're going through. But stop looking so hard for guidance from the universe. And as soon as you do, you're going to see the guidance. Like it's there, honey, but you're not seeing it because you're looking in the wrong spot. Like, you put, this is very oversimplifying, but you put your hairbrush in a drawer, but there's 5 drawers. But you're positive you put it in, the one drawer. So you're searching the one drawer 25 times instead of, looking in the other drawer. I don't really know. Or you put it's on the dresser, but you swear you put it in the drawer. So you're overlooking it right there in front of your face on the dresser because you put it in the drawer. And that's kind of a bad analogy, but that's kind of what's happening here. So while these changes or these things going on in your life may be scary and you may not know how to deal with them and you may feel a little bit alone and kind of lost, as soon as you stop searching so hard for the answers, you're going to see them. Take a break, sit back, relax, okay? Understand and know with all of your heart that the answers are right there. Yeah, that's so strange. And can you just send me an email right now to Gemma Jade Paranormal just saying hi, and I'll reply to that email. I think that might help. All right, who's next?
Shelley Montgomery.
Shelley, are you still here? You're still here, yeah. Shelley, I'm going to use the wisdom of the House of Night.
So quiet tonight.
Yeah, it is, right?
I'm
Well,
quiet.
RJ's playing with the kitten.
I said I'm so quiet tonight too.
Oh, it is. It's just quiet in general. It's like a night of a full moon. Oh, you're so welcome. All right, Miss Shelley, let's see. Shelley, check your email too, hun, because I did send your spray out today. Risk. And risk in this particular deck is the card of the Fool in tarot. I know that. Taking a leap of faith and expecting the universe to catch you, not thinking it will or hoping it might. Expecting and knowing with all your heart, like it's an absolute fact because it is, that the universe got you no matter which way you go. Okay? My child, you have come to a place where you are being asked to take a risk and try something new and different. Rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take the leap of faith? No matter what happens, something important will be experienced. This is a sign that you can prove something to yourself, and when you accomplish it, you will be proud that you did. Another meaning here is to ask yourself about your next action. Is it worth the risk you're taking? If the answer is no, then don't do it. If yes, I will give you wings to fly and I will catch you if you fall. This symbol also brings a gentle warning. Your risk should not be motivated by boredom. This is a symbol of consequences as well as courage. Think about what you want to do next, okay? About a certain situation or again, a relationship, a job, whatever it is. There's something in your life right now that you're very unsure about. Should you do it? Should you not do it? The universe is saying, really think it through. And if it makes sense to do it, don't worry about all of the small little details, okay? Just do it. And you will be caught if you fall. You will be successful if you really think and know, actually, in your heart. Do some soul searching. See if the next step you want to take or the next move you want to make is the right thing for you. And if it is, the universe has got your back. Now is the time. This is not an open invitation, okay? These are weekly readings, but I'll give you about a month, okay, to make this decision.
And
let's use Mythical Goddess. I thought you said I probably should hit the hey, you're so boring. I was like, ah. Taiwaz, have a great night. Have sweet dreams. Read the next card. What are you talking about? And do you mean you want another card? And give me a second, please. Oh, okay. I'm like, I know I sent it. No big deal. I trust you. That's why I sent them out without payment. I'm not worried about you. You got the warrior. This is still Shelly. Shelly asked for another card. So your next card, Shelly, is the warrior. And normally I don't do this, guys, because it's not really fair, but we'll give Shelly a break. My beloved child, when the warrior appears to you, it's such a fortunate sign that no matter what is happening to you in your life, you're truly protected. Whatever you're experiencing right now, all will be well. If your question is regarding love, this card represents someone who is deeply committed, protective, and kind to you. Friendship and love are sacred, and these qualities are important for a relationship to grow. If this person doesn't have these qualities, then move on, for I will send you someone with a true warrior spirit instead. Remember, life is about learning and discerning who is true and who is not. There is another message here to consider. Do you embody these qualities in yourself? Now is a good time to think about how committed you are to your path. So, Shelly, yeah, Batmom, that's how I feel. Shelly, I feel like sometimes you don't realize that, like, we don't know the whole conversation. The warrior card is simply saying that, again, you need to think about, put a lot of thought into something, decide what the next right move for you is. And if you decide to walk away from a job or a person or whatever it is, the universe is going to bring 10 times better into your life and soon. Now, and You guys are so funny. I think my iCloud is RJ's Mama 713, but I don't ever use that. You're welcome. All right, Anna, you got card number 4, the 4 of Wind, which is the card of Patience in the reverse. Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't know why these cards are reversed because there's no reverse meaning. Jupiter in Libra. Aunt Edna, the deep peace of patience radiates from this woman with child. Her inner calm and knowing is earned by her internal alignment with Source. She is open to receive the flow of stellar support always present. She shows that through perfect patience, the way is clear and illuminated, and all is coming in its perfect time. As you allow your patient, receptive mind to come to center, you open the channels for all that you desire to come to you when appropriate for your greatest joy and fulfillment. So I feel like this is another card that's kind of instructing you like you're on the right path, you're doing well, and continue being patient. I feel like there is going to be something very, very, oh no, of course not, Shelley, very, very upsetting, chaotic coming in. And I don't really see it this week. It could be like the murmurings or stirrings of it this week. But within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I feel like it's going to be a struggle to deal with this person. And I don't know why that's coming in, this person. But you're going to get through it. You've kind of honed your patience over the last few years. You've learned how to deal with certain kinds of toxicity and chaos. And I feel like it's not really going to affect you as long as you don't let it, oops, I'm not supposed to show boobs. As long as you don't let it pull you outside of yourself, okay? As long as you don't let it turn you into who you're not, bring out the side of you that you don't know, that Dr. Evil, you know what I mean? Don't let this person get under your skin because that's exactly what they want. Yeah, it's starting. There you go.
I'm just seeing if Carrie's here.
Carl!
Carrie.
Shelley, you can be number 3 for the August free readings if you want. Who did I say? Perfectly Imperfect. I got to write that down because I will forget. Someone just emailed me asking, because I showed a picture of my altar and like all of my inventory, and someone's like, can I buy that? And it's like, yes, in a box. Perfectly Imperfect, and we'll do Shelley. Yeah, usually I don't announce who I give the free readings to. I just send them because it's not a competition. I kind of just pick people who I've either never got them before or, oh, okay. Eric M.
Go ahead and do him.
So right about the murmurs. It started tonight. Bad things afoot. Keep a cool head. You're going to be greatly rewarded. And I feel like the more patient you are and the more you come at whatever or whoever this is from a place of love and kindness, despite how they're behaving, the more you're going to be rewarded in the long run by the universe. And I mean, that goes for everyone with everything. But when it's a specific message, it means you're really going to be challenged to approach this person or situation from a place of love and non-judgment. Because it's a situation or person that brings out the absolute worst in you. I got 4 sisters. And I agree. All right, Eric. You're ready. The universe wouldn't have brought it to your attention if you weren't, honey. Ivy, the survivor, card number 11 for Eric. Eric M, I feel like I might know you, but I have 4 evil. Actually, 3 out of 4 are pretty evil. Ivy, the survivor. And that's number 11. So, okay. Eric, if you were born during the season of Ivy, or if you're picking up their energy for this week, your greatest gift is your tenacity. Nothing can defeat you when you are determined to succeed. You are loyal and bring others along as you move forward, overcoming all obstacles along the way. But they need to be, Ivy folks are always ready to lend a helping hand, but they need to be aware of martyring themselves or growing bitter for lack of recognition. Ivy tends to overattach, which can lead to disappointment. If defeat does come, don't be too proud to ask for help. The Ivy born can survive what would wither and destroy lesser souls. Your faith will see you through any adversity. I feel like you've either offered help or are being asked for help by someone who you're unsure about, and you being you're going to go and give the help. Don't expect this person to appreciate it. Or if you offer your help to a situation like working extra hours or something like that, I feel like there's not going to be much in it for you as far as thank yous or financial satisfaction. But what the universe is saying here is like, don't let it get to you. Just know that you did the right thing and you're going to be rewarded. And the unappreciative people, their up-ins are going to come as well. So again, it's staying in the moment of who's leaving, staying in the moment of what's actually happening. Oh, tell Xander I said hi, Mike. Have a great night. I'll talk to you later or tomorrow. Staying in the moment of what's actually happening, right? And focusing on yourself, being very, very much self-aware so that you don't let ungrateful people or kind of extenuating circumstances pull you out of your zest for life and the vibrancy that's coming in. Absolutely right. Don't stop being you just because others aren't good people. You know, as a Pisces sun, Libra moon, I have a big issue with this, or I have had one. I try now to just give without expecting anything in return, no expectations. But it is very hard because we're conditioned. You know, you do something, say please, say thank you, but not everyone's like that. Real truth, thank you. I appreciate you. Shelly, I will text you after the Oracle. Who's next?
Nut slap.
I can't help it. All right, let's go with energy and spirit for you. You're very welcome, Eric, and everyone else. Hi, Xander. Love your name. Maybe I'll take RJ to the mall tomorrow. The kitten could fit in my purse. When I got little Bruce Wayne Springsteen Kelly, I brought him everywhere with me because he was so teeny tiny. All right, Mr. Slap. Soulful Appreciation, card number 30 in the reverse. Heartfelt Gratitude. And again, it's going on a vein. Peppa, as soon as you come in, you're on the list, honey. It's just about waiting your turn, babe. And I don't think there are many people left anyway. Which is, again, a good thing because I can film at least two more of the elements so that when I get all four, I can release the fall readings. All right, Nut Slap. Heartfelt Gratitude. When the appreciation card is reversed, the coins fall off the scale and the butterfly flies away. This signifies a cloudy personal energy. You could also be dealing with a Libra or someone with a lot of Libra in their chart. Maybe you're too distracted to recognize the wonderful things in your environment. Perhaps you tend to obsess about what's missing or wrong, making it impossible to notice the real value around you. Or maybe a recent problem has taken you down such a sad or anxious path that has become all you see. If so, then this is precisely the time for an appreciation vacation. Eric, thank you so much. Start to integrate a new gratitude habit in your day. Appreciate an image, a favorite vacation spot, a lovely memory, a song, or a beloved friend or family member. Just for a moment or two, vacate your present problem or your habit of living in lack. Breathe deeply and choose to recognize something of value. You will be happier and your bright energy will shine for the whole universe to see and respond to. Guys, thank you so much for the donations. I have Damien turning 18 on October 9th, Kyle turning 23 on October 28th, and Eliana turning 14 on November 20th. So lots of birthdays. Okay, so Nut Slap, I feel like what this is saying, again, is having that attitude of gratitude, that learning to appreciate. I don't think this is an outside person. I think this is having to do with you, whether you realize it or not. And this is specifically for you, but for everybody as well. What we should be doing, and I got this message from Spirit about 3 weeks ago, and it really opened my eyes. And you can ask Steven, I've been a lot more mellow. If you guys could talk to RJ, I've been a lot more mellow. And the reason is when you start to feel that overwhelming anxiety, like this situation is never going to change. How am I going to get out? You start feeling stuck, stagnant, trapped, anything lower vibrational or negative. Stop for a minute and think of either a lovely memory, a great vacation spot, a loved one that you lost, a memory of them. But what I like to think of, and I was specifically told this because it's really good for manifesting, is where I see myself after I've succeeded in business, after I've succeeded with, making all my books bestseller, after I succeeded with getting my own TV show where I interview people or investigate the paranormal like Kesha, right? That's what I want to do. Stop and think about that. Where do you see yourself after you accomplished all of your major goals? I want to be not only not only financially independent, but independently wealthy as well. So where do I see myself? In my beach house running a spiritual retreat. I take 60 seconds a day or more, because I try to do it at least 3 times a day when I start having that panic that like nothing's going to go right, everything's going wrong. And it makes me smile. And it puts that manifestation out into the universe, even if you just think it. And it makes my heart stop pounding, right? So stopping to really appreciate the little things in your life. Big changes, again, I guess with the retrograde, the full moon, everything that's coming, there are big changes coming in for everyone. It is a time of change. But this is going to be the difference, nut slap, between whether you're pulling yourself out of the dark night of the soul or stepping into another one, okay? Focus on gratitude.
Pear, Laura, Pixie, sorry.
Bat Mom, you can put the pink salt in like your bath, take a ritual bath with it, or you can use it for cooking. You can use some witch's salt for cooking, the pink salt, or look up how to use it. I use it in some, spell work, some rituals, but a lot more detailed. No more dark nights. So then focus on the positive, okay? I'm sorry, Pixie's next?
Yes.
All right, let's go with the Divine Circus. You're very welcome, and I hope you do, and you have my number if you need me, and you have your spiritual helper box. Thank you very much. Namaste. Well, there you go. He messaged me. He's like, I love the box and I get a couple of the things, but what the heck is this? And he sends me pictures of everything. I was like, oops, I forgot to email. Real truth. Thank you so much. Seriously. Thank all of you guys. My daughter and grandbabies came over tonight, told us about the weekend. Gemma sees what's happening now. She's spot freaking on. I'm not kidding, folks. Thank you. Oh, Batmom, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that was, I don't remember what I was doing when you sent that, but I was very, very busy and distracted and ended up deleting it before I had a chance to look at it. I'm so sorry. It happens all the time to me with text messages. If you resend it like now or tonight or even tomorrow, I'll be able to look at it and let you know. But if it's pink salt and it came with a kit like that, that's most likely what it's for. Putting in the corners of your room, putting with water in a spray bottle, shaking it up and spraying it around your windows, kind of using it as a barrier spray. Well, thank you, Nutslap. Regular or smoky quartz? Yeah, I have smoky quartz is one of my favorites. I'm looking to get some of that very soon, like a bigger piece. I got something today called milky quartz, which I didn't even know existed, but I can understand why the name. I want to get a giant smoky quartz sphere. They're on my Amazon wish list, but they're kind of a lot. All of the spheres are a lot of money. Lotus Girl sends me a big hunk of crystal every month. She asks me what I want, but there's so many. Rose quartz, aquamarine, which is my birthstone, and then smoky quartz. Like this, I think I showed you guys the rainbow moonstone, and I have the full black obsidian. I have the selenite that's that big, and then I have a lot of these little ones. I have the rhodonite. This is dragon's blood, jasper. I have a ton of them. And I got these. Oh, my favorite of the smaller ones, though, you guys, is the Dragon Septarian. Check this out. And you can get geodes where it cracks open. So it's like supposed to be like a dragon egg, and they sell them in egg shapes and cracked open with the insides coming out, like my celestite. But I got these super cute holders for them. There's like this cat planchette thing, and then there's like a little snake. I got the dragon's blood on. I got some oriental agate. All right, Lara, sorry about that. I went off on a tangent. Card number 28, the Sacred Fool. Imagine a life free from concern about the opinions of other people, a life where you feel brave enough, free enough, trusting enough to play the fool, to make a choice even if it seems illogical, unreasonable, daring, or downright foolish. Cast aside sensible opinions and poker faces. The Sacred Fool invites you to live unafraid, to take a risk and step away from the confines of what seems sensible and logical in your life. There's much to be said for common sense, practicality, and a grounded approach, especially with spiritual matters and creating a life that fulfills your dreams. But if you are really going to live, love, thrive, and create this lifetime to be original, then you are going to need to be willing to run the risk of being seen as the fool. Sorry, when spirit comes in super strong, my face and my head get really itchy. Some people will call you stupid, naive, foolish, and delusional if you dare to dream and follow that dream in all the ways you can possibly imagine. If you refuse to give up, even if others tell you that it hasn't happened by now, it's never going to happen, then they might say you are a child, silly, disconnected from their idea of the real world. Don't listen to those people or voices. They don't understand that the power of the fool is the truth. In the court, the fool was the one the king would trust and ask for advice. Why? Because he was allowed to speak the truth where the others would try to make politically smart choices to win them power. The fool just called a spade a spade. When the fool in you speaks, it's to tell you something true. It might seem inconvenient, frightening, or exciting. It might turn your world upside down or inspire you with greater happiness and faith. It's not your job to reason it away or say that it's too difficult or dangerous, potentially deluded to act upon that truth. It's your job to remember that the game of life can only be won if you are willing to take the risk and play it. So when the Sacred Fool is part of your hand, listen up, take a chance, take a risk, and forget about what other people think. Instead, listen to yourself and live your truth. So, Lara, this is really important. One of my favorite quotes, and I say it all the time, and I live by it, is sometimes you have to play the fool to fool the fool that thinks they're fooling you. And this is exactly kind of what I'm getting off this card. It's a little bit different from the book meaning. Now, the book meaning is telling you to not act recklessly, but to act as though you don't have a care in the world. Like whatever this decision is that I feel either just came in or is coming in this week, act as if you can't lose, right? Act as if you don't know all the ways in which this decision isn't going to work. Act as if you don't know all the ways that things could go wrong, and just take the leap of faith. Take the risk. It'll show the universe and prove to the universe that you trust it and that you got through the lessons, the hard lessons that you've learned throughout your life, and that you're willing to jump off that cliff and know, not literally, and know that you're going to be caught. And the universe is going to reward you beautifully for this in giving you the reward of the risk that you took. One thing I am getting, though, just like I said with the other card, make sure that this risk that you're taking is really worth the risk. That's not listening to the voices in your head telling you all the things that can go wrong. That would be listening to your instinct that says, don't do this for this. Whatever this is, don't do it for anyone but yourself. So if it's a risk you're taking for someone else, I would definitely rethink, especially during a retrograde. If it's a risk you think is worth taking in your life, do it for you.
I was just seeing if Tony was still here.
Black crystal too, but can't remember the name. I'll go look again. Probably black obsidian if it's a crystal ball. Is it a ball? I'm sorry, because I was showing the crystal balls. Who's after Tony?
Johnny Yuma.
All right, Tony and Johnny, and then
Jonathan Douglas, if they're still here. Then Hilton.
Okay.
Okay. Johnny, you still here? I thought you were still here.
Hilton, Tony, Johnny.
Yep, that's what I need next.
Douglas and Aunt Pam. Whoever answers first, guys. How many more do we have?
Counting them. 1, 2, 3, 9.
Okay.
Douglas
Right.
is here. Go ahead.
Douglas. Okay. It's coming up for you before it's coming up for me.
Yeah,
Jonathan.
well, I have you two on, so.
Oh, black tourmaline. You know what that goes really good with? Selenite. I always send people a selenite stick and a piece of black tourmaline that they sit. I tell them to sit it in the middle of their house or on their nightstand with the tourmaline on top of the selenite. Okay, I'm sorry I called you Douglas. I don't know why I said
Jonathan.
Aunt Pam. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so let's go with Jonathan Douglas, then Hilton, then Pam. Okay. So Jonathan, I am going to use the Wild Mystic on you.
Actually, that's the order, so you're good to go. That was the way they wrote down. So.
And just know, Batmom, you can message me. I know a lot of the time it does take me a long time to get back to you, but you can always message me and I will always get back to you. I'm normally not doing anything. This summer I did a lot more than I normally do. But if I don't answer, guys, and most of you know this, you should you're never bothering me. Just message me and be like, hey, did you get a chance to read that text? And then I'll be like, oh, crap, no, I didn't. And I'll go back and I'll read it for you. There's no possible way for you guys to bother me. My ringer is off with the do not disturb on 24/7. It's never on. What I do is I check my phone every 15 to 20 minutes or more if I'm in the middle of a conversation. So that's why it takes me so long to respond. But also, that's why you can message me at 3 a.m. and I will never get mad at you because I won't see it until the morning. But you can also Google. There's a lot of information about gold. I still have to Google certain crystals. I got a piece of raw labradorite today, which I've never seen raw labradorite. So I had to Google it and make sure and I use my rock identifier. Okay, yeah, we got to learn to trust our guts. Okay, I'm sorry. So, Jonathan, I talk a lot. My only company all week is a 4-year-old, so I get excited to be around semi-adults.
Thanks.
Okay, you got the bear. Or no, what is that? Is it a bear? I'm pretty sure it's a bear. Let me look. Bear. Beebea. I think it is the bear. See why I got a little confused?
Yeah, it is a bear.
It could have been a possum. Okay. It's the card of rest. This card represents the winter months and essential rest. In nature, hibernation is a part of survival for many creatures. The body is calmed for slumber through the cold months. Metabolism is slowed. Physical activity is reduced. It is the tranquil time of silence before the song of spring. In today's busy world, it is important to take time to rest, recuperate, and reinvigorate yourself. Unlike Heron, card number 62, who inspires psychological rest, the bear urges physical rest. This card tells you to reserve your energy and take a moment to look inward. On the bear's forehead is the symbol for the wheel of the year. Rest is a crucial part of the yearly cycle. Humanity's need for rest has caused us to create holidays, vacations, and seasonal celebrations. This card is a reminder that we all have our own cycles of being to which we should listen. Whether you are a night owl or an early bird, if the darkening seasons affect your mental health, they so do for me, or if you menstruate, which I don't think you do, cycles can affect your mood and way of life. This card is a reminder to listen to your needs and rest when required. So, okay. I'm sorry about my nose, guys. It happens every time spirit is strong. Larry, you brought in a lot of spirit with you. Not a bad thing at all, but that's when I started getting itchy. Lara and Shelly and Edna. Okay. So there's the obvious that you need to get some physical rest. You're probably overworking yourself. Okay. It's not so much about taking off work, right? I mean, it could be. Mike, I love you. You can't get enough of me. it's not so much about like taking off. Like, I'm not saying like take the next week off work. If you can, that'd be great. But what I'm getting is more of a not taking on too much outside of what's absolutely necessary. The fall is coming in. The weather is changing depending on where you live. Here in Jersey, today was like our first really cool day, and then it turned humid anyway. But make sure that you take this time for you. If you overwork yourself physically, that does lead to kind of a mental haze or a mental incapacitation. I feel like you're afraid of slowing down for fear that you're not going to reach a certain goal, or a certain person is not going to be there anymore if you take your time. The fact of the matter is, if someone really loves you and cares about you, they're going to wait for you as long as it takes, or as long as there's humanly possible. If it was meant to be, it will be, because that means it's soul bound and contracted. Okay. Do not overwork and overrun yourself. Do not overplay yourself either. And more specifically, just for you, a little bit off base with the card, the universe wants you this week, for as long as you can, unplug. Okay. No cell phone if possible, no TV, no tech. Even if it's just for an hour, nature is calling. Okay. I don't know where you live. I don't know what nature is by you, but nature is calling, whether it's the ocean, the forest, a brook, you live in a concrete jungle, there's always something. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. Okay. It is the ghettoest ghetto. It's like the third worst as far as crime in the entire state. But we have the Paterson Great Falls. It was a huge industrial place because the falls powered the machinery, and we had it made. It was the Silk City. There's a bunch of factories downtown, and so we even have that there. So there's always something around you in nature that you can kind of get back into. I hate when my nose does this because, one, it wipes my makeup away, and two, it looks like I'm a booger picker. And I'm not anymore since I've been wearing nails. I stopped picking my nose. All right, Hilton. Hilton, let's use the Mythical Goddess. Okay, that's way too many cards. Let's try that again. Oh, fake it in. That's how it all started. Hilton, you got card number 10 of Wind, and it is the card of Illusion. The moon in Gemini, which is a very tricky place for the moon to be. This silly little girl is armed to the teeth against the furious imaginary rainstorm she perceives to be lashing at her from above. In reality, there's just a tiny rain cloud passing overhead, and it's a beautiful, sunny, bright day. Through the lesson of her example, she urges you to pay attention. What you are holding dear as your reality is likely far from the truth. It is time to expand your horizons and put out your feelers beyond your limited mental perceptions and see the humor of your illusions. There is a bigger picture to be seen when you are no longer fooled by appearances. Dude, somebody is pulling a fast one on you, or at least trying to, okay? Someone has you all up in arms. Hilton, I'm seeing people apologize to you, but I have not seen what you said. Don't tell me until after I read this reading. I feel like somebody has you very much illusioned about something, or I feel as though something is happening that you're seeing as much more of a big deal than it really is. Yes, whatever it is a big deal, right? Whether or not it's real, and it's probably real in your case, I don't feel an illusion in this. This little girl thinks that it's real, and she's scared of the weather, of the bad weather coming in. She's unable to see the folly of wearing all of that clothing in the sun, but at the same time, she's got the umbrella, which will protect from the sun and the rain. She is prepared for both, even though she doesn't really understand it. And what I mean by that, or she doesn't realize it, is that you are very much prepared for anything that you're about to go through. But I feel like there are people in your life, and I feel like it's coming from a good place. For some reason, I feel like this is coming from someplace good, that are making you more worried and nervous than you have to be. Okay, I feel like whatever this is, you're going to get through it. You are totally prepared, even if you feel like you are not, even if you're scared. Being scared is okay. But don't overwhelm yourself and bog yourself down with all these terrors and fears when at the end of the day, you're supported. The universe has your back. Go through and get through whatever this is with as much dignity and confidence as you possibly can, and with as little fear as possible. And no matter how bad it seems, the universe is going to teach you an amazingly great lesson and bring so much love and kindness into your life because of whatever this is. Okay? Now I'm going to go and see what exactly it is. Have fun playing horror games. Did you actually mean that you were getting your note? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, Ray's been through skin cancer multiple times.
My dad has too.
He had this black bubbly thing on his back one time, and I
On his head.
was really grossed out by it. So I kept wanting to pop it because I like popping pimples. But he was like, you can't do that. It's a cancer. He's like, and I have to go get it scraped off. But he never went and got it scraped off, and it disappeared. Hilton, the good news for you is that you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this with minimal damage. And I feel like all of the overthinking and overanalyzing, which is totally warranted, but it is kind of all in your head. I don't think it's going to be as bad as all that. And, you know, you may get a little depressed or overwhelmed by this, but put it in your head that you're not. Try to convince yourself that it's not a big deal, because as you think those things, our thoughts are real things. Remember, that's how we manifest. Our thoughts are real, and they come literally out of our head and into the universe. And the universe looks and says, oh, that's what you want, bounces it right back to us. So when you're thinking the worst, the universe, unfortunately, will bounce it right to you. And I will definitely pray and burn some herbs for you. Hopefully I get out of here earlier enough tonight. I don't like leaving here early, but in a way, I like being done by 10:30-ish, because then I can get other work done for the channel. So if I can tonight, I'll burn some herbs and send up some healing prayers for you and some healing energy. Send it your way.
Pam is
Pam.
nice.
Right?
Yep.
Pam, let's do Oracle of the Mermaids. I have a really hard time with the change of season. So the first time it rains, when all the leaves are on the ground, I get super depressed. The first snow, the first nice day, and the first super hot day. Four days a year. It's always the first of each season when you can really feel it, because it reminds me of using. And I always have, I go crazy. I hope this year that doesn't happen to me. I'll be clean. Well, I hate the word clean, as if having an addiction automatically makes you dirty. I'll be off drugs completely and totally on December 21st for 4 years. But I still struggle tremendously. Seasonal affective disorder lamps. I got to look into that. All right, Pam, let's do this. You know who are missing? Anne and other Pam.
Missing quite a few.
Huh?
You're missing quite a few.
Well, someone else is probably streaming again tonight.
I didn't look.
All right.
They didn't have very good turnout.
I'm sorry, what?
They didn't have a very good turnout.
Well, I wonder why. They're stepping on my toes. All right, you got experiments. In the upright position. Manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty, and the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. What a beautiful card. We are concerned. We are concerned that we are seeing the errors of pride, hubris, arrogance repeating themselves in this time. We are concerned that the terrible experiments that occurred in Atlantis, where Lemurians were modified against their will, are being repeated. We are concerned. We see you taking the cells of one form and attaching them to another, stitching life forms without choice to each other, and breeding forms you think will be useful, introducing species into environments, mutating and twisting, and ultimately hurting creatures and yourselves on this planet. Power and enslavement are these experiments on animals, on sea creatures who are hunted, on people to change their shape, to look as though they do not age, to enlarge a part of the body and to carve away another. What is it you are doing and why? We call on you now to understand your own beauty and the perfection of all that is in nature. Stop the cruelty. Ask yourself, look around, empathize, or will you do it all again? Will you change the very nature of the world because you thought your arrogant quest was noble? Our tears fall unnoticed into an ocean, and you continue, but not you who receives this card. You have spoken up. And we know you will, just by self-love, kindness to animals and sea creatures, and activism, bring about change through your compassionate actions. Thank you, a million times thank you. Divination. Looking into generally modified food, cosmetics, products, and food sources developed with genetic manipulation and experimentation. All experiments are not quote-unquote bad, but many are cruel. When humans use other creatures for their own selfish purposes, they lose the very part of themselves that is most beautiful and noble. Many claim ignorance or have been persuaded that experimenting on animals is necessary for human health and well-being. We need to step in, all of us, and change it. It is happening again. That's why we're talking to you now. Okay, so if this is a cause that you want to get behind, feel free. But I hate when the cards are very specific like this because the message that I'm getting is extremely different. Now, you could, Pam, I don't know you, have something to do with looking into genetically modified products and foods. You could be a vegan. I don't know what your stance is on animal testing. But I'll say this. Someone in your life, and I think you know who it is, but you might not, is just not a good person. And I feel like they're setting their sights on you. I'm concerned. This is a really concerning card for me. Because it shows me that there's some type of evil in your life. I feel like it is a human, though. I don't feel like you're like demon attacked or anything like that. But Pam, I feel like you're dealing with like a narcissist, a manipulator, probably, or possibly a socio or psychopath. I don't know who it is, but their sights have turned. I see them turning and facing their focus on you. If you know who this person is, I would avoid them like the plague, literally, for the next week especially. These are weekly readings for the most part, which means this week is when this person is going to set their sights on you. I think you really need to step into your power, stand up for yourself, and at the end of the day, walk away from whoever this D-bag is, whether it's a male or a female, right? They don't deserve you in their life. I don't know who or what this is, but somebody is taking advantage of you. Somebody is being verbally abusive or emotionally manipulative. I'm seeing emotional blackmail, toxicity. Walk away. Ask the universe, the creator, the ancestors, whoever you believe in. I'm a devout Christian, as well as a witch and physical medium. So I do pray to Jesus, but whoever you pray to or you meditate to, talk to your higher power, get this person away from you because it's going to turn into an actual dangerous situation. And you can ask anyone in here. I do not get this message often. I see the little thing going. My Wi-Fi might dip out because I hear RJ down there jumping around. It shouldn't be that if your kid jumps, your Wi-Fi goes out, but that's living in the woods. Larry, thank you so much, sweetheart.
Okay, Jessica Lee.
All right, Miss Jessica. We're going to do Moonology. Yes, do it safely. Yeah, I don't get messages like that often where I specifically warn somebody about someone else, but it is a concerning card. But I don't think you're going to end up hurt out of it because you're being warned, and not just through that card, Pam, but the universe is going to give you signs, signals, symbols all week long, so you know who it is. Larry, thank you so much. You guys are the best, really. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're going to get through this. If not, you're going to end up in a very toxic relationship or situation. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be someone 4 times removed from you, like your cousin's nephew's wife, but it is somebody. My ex was arrested. That's how we got away. Yeah, I had to convince mine I was going to do laundry and leave half my clothes behind. when I went back to get him, I was kidnapped and held in a basement for 4 months, but I did leave. He died of an aneurysm at 34, though. All right.
What goes around comes around.
I wasn't sad to see him go.
What goes around comes around.
I felt bad for my daughter because she never got to meet him, but he wasn't worth meeting anyway. All right, Jessica, you got the new moon in Gemini. Think it through. All right. Jessica Lee, a positive outcome lies ahead for you. However, to take this opportunity from the ethers and make it real, you need a positive mindset. On some level, you already know how to get what you want. Use your smarts, think it through, look for the signposts about what to do next. Ask, what am I expecting? Focus on positive expectations. Expectations attract. If you're having doubts, talk to someone. Make a list of your goals. There's a way through. Use your mind and your words to help others see things your way. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to a flirtatious situation, anything written, an upset you've had, or a relationship that feels blocked. Expressing whatever is on your mind is always a good idea, but this card also suggests you need to do some inner work and start trusting your intuition. Your manifestation affirmation for this week, Jessica Lee, is knowledge is powerful and I am powerful. So, okay, really thinking things through and learning to trust the answers that you get, because you're asking the universe, what should I do here? What should I do next? What's going on with this person? What am I not seeing? But when the answers comes to you, you could be refusing to see it. And that's just our humanity getting involved, right? Our heart gets involved. Our practical, logical mind gets involved. Did I just see a shadow person? Oh, no, it was just a reflection of light. You know, the things we'll convince ourselves when we're in love, or when we love someone, or when we really want something. This is just telling you to really trust your intuition, especially this week. Learn everything that you can and make it a very informed decisions, okay? Don't just decide on a whim to go do things. This is not a risk-taking week for you, Jessica, all right? Focus on the questions you're asking. Focus on the answers you're getting. And whether or not you choose to follow the advice of the universe is up to you. But I'll tell you this, I always say it, procrastination is not good when it comes to universal lessons and universal law. Because if you don't make a choice, the universe will choose for you. And they will choose the hardest and roughest, toughest road for you to go down so that you'll learn the most lessons. By making the right choice from the advice and messages that are coming in from the universe knows that you got this. You're ready to move forward, move up, you know, and move through this in your life. Completely unexpected. Yeah, me too. You can ask them. I never get messages so specific on the negative side, but I did. So please, Eris. Eris, let's use Ancestor Spirit. Don't be freaked out. The universe is going to protect you. All you have to do is be powerful. You know what I mean? Like, know that you know, refuse to back down, and don't let someone play you for a fool. Don't let someone, you know, if you walk in on your significant other in bed with someone else, don't let them tell you you're not seeing it. I mean, it's going to be that straightforward that this person has very bad intentions and are horrible and cruel. Salvador, hi. Yes, you barely made it. Probably ending early tonight. So nice to see you, though. Preach. Thrown into the deep end of the pool and can't swim, but that's when you trust that it's going to be okay. And the person throwing you the life, you know, the little thing, what's it called? The life preserver.
Yes.
That doesn't mean they're a good person. You know, I know people, if they were drowning, I'd throw them a cinder block, but that doesn't mean just because someone does something nice or good for you once, if you really don't know them, you know, really get to know them before making decisions about them, because anyone can pretend to be a good, kind person. Hilton, good night. Please let us know how it goes. If you're able to, maybe like text me or email me so I can let everyone know how you're doing.
Yes, please.
I'm sorry, who was this again? Eris?
Yes.
Spirit guides, insight, guidance, and purpose. Your spirit guides are calling you, Eris. They want to give you clear messages to help you on your true path. You may not be able to go on a traditional vision quest, but you can embark on a spiritual journey. Learn more about who your spirit guides are and explore ways of communicating with them. Make attempts to hear, feel, see, and sense your guides. If you are unsure of how to communicate with your spirit guides, meditate and ask for a sign about who your guides are, or ask for help from a spiritual friend or mentor. It is the right time to connect with your spirit guides. You are ready now. Do not be afraid because your spirit guides are already guiding and protecting you. Pay attention to any object you feel drawn to, such as crystals, rocks, feathers, which you can keep as spiritual talismans. If you find a special item, keep it safe and use it in your spiritual practices. Reaching out to your guides, sitting in meditation, even if it's only for 3 to 5 minutes, asking a question, and then sitting in quiet contemplation for another 3 to 5 minutes and listening to the answer, right? The answers are going to come probably inside your head, so you'll really have to get used to understanding what are your thoughts and what are the actual messages from guides, angels, ancestors, whoever that's coming in, the universe, otherworldly entities, spirits, demons, whatever. Your guides have something to tell you. Okay, so if you feel like you don't know how to meditate, or you don't have time, or you can't meditate, maybe go for a short walk around your neighborhood and clear your mind and keep it quiet and just listen to all the thoughts going through your head. Any quiet space, lay in bed without falling asleep and just listen, okay? And really analyze the thoughts that come in for 3 to 5 minutes. And I guarantee you're going to get some thoughts that you're like, oh, wow, where did that come from? It came from your guides. And if they don't get through to you that way, they're going to come in your dreams. So pay attention to instinctually, like waking up and instinctually knowing that something was more than a dream, like a visitation from a deceased loved one or someone who you recognize in the dream as a spirit guide.
Age.
No, I only charge for my time when it's an hour-long reading. I'm sorry, who? I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Hi, Blue Heron.
Hi, Blue Heron. All right, Peppa, we are going to use the Myths and Mermaids Oracle. That's the other mermaid deck that I have not used yet tonight. Hi, Blue. Who's after Peppa?
Leanne Butler, if they're still here. And then Salvador.
All right, so so Blue Heron, hang out for a minute. I'll do you next.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time.
All right, Peppa.
Yep, I don't know if Lisa.
Nautilus Angel. Card number 2. A delicate angel with brown feathered wings lovingly embraces the shell of a nautilus. Though her eyes are wide with concern, the protective cradle of her arms suggests a true sense of guardianship and care. Be prepared to accept help from others. Peppa, right now you have a lot on your plate, and it's getting difficult to tackle it all on your own. Striving to be independent is admirable, but we are all social beings and at times must rely on each other in order to thrive. Maybe you think asking for help is a sign of weakness, or you are afraid of being a burden. Just remember all the times you've given your help and advice and recognize that your loved ones will welcome the opportunity to be reciprocative. By allowing others to support you physically or emotionally, you are contributing to a beautiful cycle of giving and receiving and allowing someone else the chance to experience how rewarding it is to do something nice for each other, for one another. Okay, so this is pretty obvious. Ask for help when you need it this week. And I usually would advise that you ask for help from your guides or your angels, spirit in general. But what the universe wants you to do is ask people for help. For some reason, I feel like you're shielded, blocked, guarded. I feel a vagueness, a kind of veil around you. Okay, you're bringing yourself back. Whether you realize it or not, you're like slowly backing away from people. Believe me, I'm a hermit. I get it. But there's something coming in this week that you are going to need a specific person's help. And you're going to know who that person is because it's going to be something that you're like, oh, Aunt so-and-so went through this. Let me give her a call and see how she handled it. Make sure you don't try to get through your challenges this week, especially alone. Okay. There are people willing to help you. And I feel like by asking for help and getting the advice or the help that you need, because you will receive it, that's going to bring you kind of back into a place of trusting at least some of the people around you. Okay. Because I feel like you might have a hard time with that because of becoming jaded from things that you've been put through. All right. Please ask for help. Do not try to get through whatever comes in this week alone, because the results will be disastrous. Okay. You need help, or at least to ask. I think the universe just wants to see you ask for it. Whether or not you take the advice is a different story. That's why one cards are really hard to do. All right. Blue Heron. Let's use Mythical Goddess. You're very welcome, Peppa. Thank you. Blue Heron, the 10 of Seas, the card of purity. Purity of emotion, of course, because that's what the seas are, the cups in tarot. Mars in Pisces. This sea goddess lives in the essence of purity. Her beauty reflects the radiance of her pure heart, embodying the divine principle that what is on the inside is on the outside, and what is above, so below. Through this principle, you are shown that the purity of your heart's light, through this principle, you are shown that the purity of your heart lights your path. All that is felt and experienced is the accurate mirror of what is harbored in the heart. She reminds you to let your feelings and experience be of the highest quality of love, that your life may shine back to the purity of who you are and thereby know your own divinity. Okay, so I feel like you may need to soften up a little bit this week. And while the card shows a little bit more of being pure of heart and patient with others, I'm getting more of a sense of self here. Okay. So the universe kind of giving you that push to be kinder to yourself or gentler on yourself about a mistake that you may have made recently, or something you did that you feel a little bit regretful about. Don't fall into that pit of despair. Don't, hold yourself accountable for sure, but don't dwell on it. The universe is showing you right here, you are pure in your heart. You are good with the universe. Everybody makes mistakes. Striving for perfection it's just not logical or reasonable. And there are times when we should throw that logic and sensibility right out the window and take the leaps of faith that I was talking about in a few of the other readings. But for you, it's really looking into your own heart, okay? And understanding, Blue Heron, that you're not perfect. We are imperfect beings. And if someone's trying to hold something over your head that, you may have said or did, whether you did it on purpose or not, however long ago, that's their stuff. Okay. And exactly what they want is what you're giving them when you don't forgive yourself and allow yourself to move on and see yourself for the beautiful, gracious, kind, loving, pure, angelic soul that you are. Okay. That's their mess, not yours.
Salvador, and you're done.
Okay, Salvador, let's do Ancestor Spirit. Guys, thank you so much for the conversation, the hanging out, the support, the friendship, the donations, the orders that you guys have placed and put in. It really means the world to me, and I'll definitely keep you guys posted. Don't forget, please, to vote Face of Horror if you can. I'm going to post it in the community tab. Salvatore, enjoying music, instruments, sound, and tone. Connect with the healing power of music. Let go of the need to be good or acceptable and sing, dance, and play with music. Look at what inspires you and makes your heart and soul sing. Find yourself through music. Express yourself through music. You might feel drawn to connect with your community through music. Music is creative. It opens your heart and mind, relaxes you, and allows you to nourish yourself and others. Be inventive. Do not be afraid or embarrassed to try new ways of creating sound. Reconnect with your musical spirit. You can enjoy creating music whether you are a beginner or a seasoned professional. Share your songs and sound with others. Take time each day to relax, listen to, and enjoy your favorite music. Okay, so this could obviously be about music, right, Salvatore? But if you have no idea what this is, I got immediately when I pulled this music of your soul, right? Music of your ancestors, the music that we dance to in our own head. So while this could be telling you to play that instrument or sing that song or, whatever it may be, this could also be talking about worship music, as in, going to church and worshiping in that way. I'm getting like a heart music, like the beat of the drum that you walk, move, and live to, right? Don't let anyone make you feel weird, odd, out of place, stupid, dumb this week. I feel like you're going to have these incredibly creative new ideas, maybe at work, maybe in a relationship, whatever it may be. And I feel like some people are going to think you fanatical or, just think that most people aren't going to get it. Find your crew this week, the people who understand the way that you think, the things that you're trying to create, right? And really just go with that. March to the beat of your own drum. Don't let anyone silence you. Speak your truth, step into your power, take over your life, make those decisions. And I feel like some soft meditation music could really be the answer, or could really lead you toward the answer and help put you in a semi-meditative state. So I would listen to some, again, whether it be worship music, whatever kind of music you like, sit for a few minutes, listen to it, and really listen to the messages pouring through your head. Because what I'm getting is music of the soul, heart music. But I'm not getting a very clear message on what that is. All right.
Ralph here, if you want to do Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph and Cassie, let me read for you, and then let me go, because I may have to run to Walmart for something for the kitty. I don't remember if I have. I just want to see. I want to buy stuff for me. So cute. All right, Ralph and Cassie, angels and ancestors, and then we are done. Just stay focused on the music of your own soul. You don't have to change yourself for anybody. Love and light, Larry. Love and light, everybody. Love you guys. All right, Ralph and Cassie. Spring. See your seeds grow. Embrace the change that is on the horizon. Allow your dreams to come a reality. Spring is an exciting time because it has so much potential. Animals are coming out of hibernation, flowers are pushing up through the soil, and the days are getting lighter and brighter. The spring card features a wild hare because in Celtic animal medicine, the hare brings intuition and rebirth. Hares are highly fertile beings, and so their medicine can bring dreams to life. You are ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you are moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth. And if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and in your soul. When the spring card arrives in the future position of a spread, blah, 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 nope. Okay, now is the time to see things that you've been planting grow. Ralph, if you've been working on a project, or if you've been working, whatever it is that you've been working on that means a lot to you, not like in your actual job, but like in your life, you're going to start seeing a little bit this week and then going more towards into like the fall, even into winter time. By the time spring comes around again, you are going to have accomplished so many major goals as long as you continue to persevere. I feel like no matter what the challenges are, you should keep this spring card in mind and understand that the universe is working very slowly with you towards everything you're trying to achieve. You cannot fail as long as you believe that. Okay, continue working hard. Don't let anyone get you down. Don't let anyone step in, just like I told Salvatore, and tell you that you're wrong for the way you're doing things. The universe right here is saying you are completely right. You're going about everything in exactly the right way. And you need to call on the universe, your guides, angels, guardians, extraterrestrial attachments, whatever it may be, star ancestors, fairies, I don't care. whenever you need help, don't look to other humans for advice on how to make your dreams a reality, unless obviously, like, if you're trying to open a hotel, you have to go and speak to the human that already owns it. But I mean, like, when it comes down to it, you can make your own path and your own dreams come true with just the magic of your heart and the universe. Guys, I love you. Have a great night. Don't forget, next week, Thursday, Ghostdragonzw's birthday. So no Wednesday Oracle. It's going to be on Thursday. I'll have a new deck. The website is coming soon, but you can order the spiritual helper boxes. You can order the oil rollers, the pure perfumed oil rollers that I make myself, the manifestation intention spray, spell jars. I have crystal packs. I have so many different things, guys, that you can order. But the boxes seem to be the best thing that people really like, because it has a whole plethora of different things and like some really nice stuff in it. Other than that, you guys are the absolute best. And I will see you next Thursday. Don't forget to vote for me if you're on my Facebook. If not, check the community tab. I'm going to post the link as soon as I can. And yeah, Edna, thank you. Thank you so much for that. And I'll see you guys later. Ghost Dragons, I'll talk to you another time. Bye-bye.
Okay.